All right, what is going on, everybody? I'm going to go ahead and unmute the rest of the crew here as they are now live. Welcome aboard. Joining us is TabMach99 and, of course, my other co-host, Total MK, wearing his Make Outworld purple again. Lovely baseball hat. Are those for sale, Total? Because I want to buy one.
Hopefully in the future.
Hopefully in the future. Okay.
Maybe we'll be able to do a live giveaway with one of these things, huh?
Yeah, I think we could.
Would be a great idea. I would definitely be down. So, of course, today I think it's no secret what we're doing, right? This is the reason that I literally hauled ass in getting this stream ready. Is today. Today is the day of the E3 Sony press conference, which we believe pretty solidly that NetherRealm's going to be announcing Mortal Kombat 11.
I don't want to get anyone's hopes up, but Mortal Kombat Online has a history of covering E3, and now we're using the most modern 21st century tools to give you better coverage than ever, live coverage. So, in anticipation of the possibility, I want to say probability, that Mortal Kombat 11 is going to be announced. Not just announced, probably some sort of a teaser trailer announced, maybe some gameplay. We don't know the specifics really, but you have to think there's got to be something there. That's what we're here to do tonight.
I too have dabbled at the E3s.
I've never been to an E3. Tabmock, you've been there. Total, you've been to E3. Explain to everybody, and including myself, what is it like when it's that chaotic?
Well, some people thrive on chaos. I would say some people like Luke. Luke is actually a cleric of chaos. Not too many people know that.
It's funny because I've been to 3 E3s, 2006, 2008, 2010, and they were all different for me. 2006 was probably the most epic. It's the first time I met the MK Online boys. And it was just like super crazy, massive. There's nothing like that in Australia. I was like, my God, how am I supposed to see all this? I was actually intimidated, and it was just huge, and they would just shove swag in your face, take this, like a big party, and it was awesome. And then I went from that to going back to E3 in 2008 because I really wanted to see MK vs DC. And I was lucky to get an invite to that because they'd cut down E3 by that time and they'd changed the whole format of it. And E3 was just in this one I don't know if you remember, Justin, the hall on the bottom floor, the main square room. It was just in there.
It was a little bit more scaled down by then. Yeah.
It was that, and there was a meeting room. And Midway had this meeting room that they were in, and they had had two things with MKDC, and they had that Vin Diesel game, whatever it was, and they had This Is Vegas, and that's all it was. 2008 was weird, and then I went back to 2010 where it was real big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Right. It came back again. Well, for me, I was always so focused. I was hyper focused, like a laser on. We've got to get the interview questions out there because Mortal Kombat Online fans always wrote in with the interview questions that we would then ask to the development team. So I was always hyper focused on. We got to make sure we get that. We got to make sure we get footage of the game. If we can, we've got to secure direct feed so that we can get high quality coverage. There's always just so much going on that how big it was and how little it was, and even how many other things were going on the show, I kind of didn't pay attention to all that stuff. I took a little break to get around and see what else was out there. I remember I've been going, I guess I should say I was going since 2002, right? I went to 2002, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then after that, that was kind of it for me. I would like to go back again. In fact, we almost went there this year. We didn't realize if we could go or not until kind of too late, and tickets were sold out. So maybe that's something we'll have to look again in the coming years. But for now, I am just so excited and so stoked, really, that we can continue to cover E3 from the comfort of our own home. I think that's a wonderful thing. Technology, man. Gotta love it.
Technology. And I'll tell you what, we don't know for sure if there's going to be an MK11 announcement. Nobody does. We went back and forth in the official staff Discord channel for Mortal Kombat Online, and I would say that yes, there's going to be an announcement because this matches NetherRealm's development timeline. And Ed has kind of posted some clues on Twitter, not even close to as many as he typically does post around this time of year. So it really makes you wonder, has he given up on the trolling, or is this one big trolling aspect where he's gonna let everybody think that there's no announcement and then boom, hit everybody out of nowhere?
We should talk about that. Is trolling really the right word that we should be using when we're talking about Ed Boon's behavior?
Oh yes, of course, I've been in this debate, but go ahead. I'm enjoying this.
Well, why don't you roll the clip?
Yes, let's go ahead and roll the clip. I'm just gonna put you guys on mute and let everybody enjoy this. All right, so I'll let you guys go ahead here, Justin. You talk about that a little bit. What do you think? Is Ed Boon a troll?
I mean, I think that if you look at what a troll really is, I don't think he really matches the definition. He doesn't get involved in flaming or harassment or anything like that. It's just a little bit of lighthearted fun with the MK fans, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we should walk it back a little bit. I know people like to call him that. I know people like to say, "Oh, Ed, you're just trolling," and he is having a little bit of fun. Some of it is him goofing on people, but a lot of it too is not him really goofing on people as much as it is he's just being cryptic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's saying things that are ambiguous that can be taken in a couple different ways, and then people go nuts as far as the over-analysis of what he means by this particular word or this particular capitalization of a certain word or this picture with nothing else. People go nuts, tearing it apart.
Yeah, it's insane, and I've even done that. I'm guilty as charged. I think I'm the one staff member on MKO. As soon as Ed tweets something, I'm like, it's gotta mean something, and I'll be in the Twitch or the Discord chat with you guys, and Mick Lucifer's the first one to be like, no. No.
Well, yeah. Anytime you talk to me about what far out theory you're pushing, I'm like, Fatalcade, let's bring this back into the realm of reality.
Reality.
Fatality.
It's awesome, but I'll tell you what, there's a lot of speculation that's going on, and in about 40 minutes, the Sony presser is going to take place, so I'm glad we get to kind of hang out here with all of our viewers and kind of discuss this whole thing as it happens. I just think, I don't know. I really don't know. I really have split feelings. Are they going to announce MK11? Or are they going to maybe have a new IP? I was talking to Outworld about this. Maybe there's a new IP. Maybe that's why it's been more quiet than usual. But then Ed Boon, like you said earlier, before we went live, Ed was on the record as saying, well, if you follow our development cycle, you know what we're probably doing. So
that makes me think that this whole new IP rumor, it's just a bunch of hogwash. And I don't know why, whenever people are expecting to hear something and then they don't, first of all, I don't know why they expect to hear something on certain things. I remember this rumor about, there's going to be an announcement in Combo Breaker. And that was always less weird.
Oh, man.
They never announced anything at Combo Breaker. Why would they do that? It's out of nowhere. And then people, when they didn't happen, people got all flustered and got all upset because they built it up in their heads that this was going to happen and it didn't. And this, someone just starts these rumors out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
But if you look at the history of it, E3 is when things happen, right? That's why MK Online didn't do a Combo Breaker stream, but we are doing an E3 stream because we think that, we don't know what's going to happen. But if there's a chance of Mortal Kombat 11 that it's going to be announced, it's going to happen here. It's going to happen tonight. That's why we wanted to be all plugged in. That's why we wanted to get ahead of things and sort of all be here and kind of feel out the crowd. And let's look at some of the chat real quick because I see people saying in before people
get angry and rage tonight.
Yeah, and honestly, people have built up this expectation of there's going to be something. Like, my attitude is this. We know there's going to be a Mortal Kombat 11 at some point.
Right.
Whether it's announced tonight or not, we're still going to be playing the game at some day, right?
Yeah.
Years from now, when we're all playing MK15, no one's going to care whether MK11 was announced by Combo Breaker or by E3 or some other unspecified point in the future. It doesn't really matter in the big scheme of things. We're just here to have fun and enjoy it, and we'll see what happens. Either way, I'm excited for the game. Whether we announce something tonight or not, I'm still excited either way.
Yeah.
Actually, CJ just brought up an interesting thing in the chat. CJ Toes. He's mentioned that there's a WB conference tomorrow on Wednesday. We were talking about that earlier, Justin.
Yes.
Yeah, right. There are WB conferences tomorrow and the day after. So even if nothing happens at the Sony event tonight, there's still other chances for something. So we'll keep our eyes open and we'll see what happens either way. What I will say this though, historically, it's been Sony. It's been the Sony press that they announce these things at. So Ryan, maybe you can explain a little bit why that is. Why does Warner Brothers announce these things at the Sony event?
I think there's some kind of exclusivity deal. Not like full exclusivity, like it's a Sony exclusive game, but I think with announcements and stuff like that, Sony gets first dibs. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's something. Maybe somebody can sleuth that, go online and look like really hardcore and kind of pull a Luke and like sleuth it and be like, yeah, you know, and try to find that out for sure. But I'm pretty sure they've got some kind of an exclusivity deal for X amount of years to be able to showcase their games. And here's another reason why I think it's going to be tonight. Okay? Like you said, historically, it's never been on Microsoft. Microsoft is focused on first-person shooters. They're focused on, like, Gears of War, stuff like that, right? I think that Sony, hands down, is the best fighting game system. I think pro gamers will tell you that as well. I think that the Mortal Kombat is a huge IP. It's 25 years now, 26 years going on, right? We're still in that 25-year anniversary honeymoon for Mortal Kombat. And, you know, I think that they're not going to just shove something like that off into a side conference. These are the biggest events, right? The Nintendo Switch event, the PC game show, then you've got Microsoft, and then you got Sony. These are the biggest parts of E3. Hands down, they're the biggest presentations. Mortal Kombat is a heavy hitter. It is a big, big game, a big IP. I would be shocked if Mortal Kombat was pushed off and announced at the WB Games conference. I'd be absolutely shocked if that's where the announcement was made. Because this game, this title, is 25 years old, which is a big deal in of itself that it's lasted that long. And it's still growing game after game after game, right? There's more and more of a following. There's more and more fans for this game. I would be absolutely stunned if it's not announced tonight. I expect some sort of an announcement from NetherRealm Studios tonight. Following
and
history, following the development cycle, I really think, guys, I think it's going to be announced tonight. I think this is the big night.
And I will say this too, they've already announced at E3 Dead or Alive 6 and Tekken. Yeah. So MK would like to take them on.
Absolutely. That's another great point.
They always do.
Let's take it back to the exclusivity contract you mentioned, Brian. Any idea when that expires? Because I could imagine that Microsoft wouldn't be too happy about this.
I'm sure that PlayStation's not happy about maybe some of the other games that are being shown on the Microsoft conference, right? So I mean, it's a give and take thing. I'm sure. I'm sure it's a give and take thing. It could even extend to what system they actually first developed the system for, right?
I guess we should switch to a new topic.
Switch to a new topic. You're full of the puns. The puns.
Total MK is here talking about showing off his Nintendo Switch, saying in the chat, I would love a Switch release. So that kind of begs the question. What do you think, just spitballing here, what do you think the odds are that NetherRealm Studios would be working on a Twitch port, either of the new Mortal Kombat game or going back and maybe doing one of the older ones?
I think it's good.
Really? You would think there's a good chance that Mortal Kombat could come to Twitch?
Absolutely. It's a portable system, man. And I'll tell you what, nobody doesn't want to play Mortal Kombat on the go. I absolutely think that they're gonna later, maybe not here at E3, but I think later down the road, absolutely they're gonna develop for that system. I mean, it's too good not to.
I'm actually a bit torn on it. Like, I want a Switch version, don't get me wrong, but I'm wondering if they would port a game, because I remember they had trouble. Was it the last one? MKX. They had trouble porting it to Xbox. Remember that big ring roll? But I mean, this is current gen, so like this is still current gen, so it might not be as much of an issue. But like, I hope they do something with the Switch. I love the Switch, man. I took this to Chicago with me. I never got to play it when I was there, but I took it.
Yeah, you're way too busy. There's so much stuff going on.
Too much going on.
Exactly.
But I will say this: I'm very impressed with NetherRealm Studios' support for MKX Mobile. Like that. They're still doing new skins for it all the time. They're updating it. They're coming up with new quests, new modes, new equipment, new characters. Like, they don't stop. And I saw some discussion on the Twitterverse earlier. Just people who are really into the game, people who are really, like, getting hyped up for the possibility of more characters that haven't been released yet. It's amazing how into it some people have really gotten.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the mobile is a really good idea, and I think that the development team's knocking it out of the park. Honestly, man, I really think that there's going to be because the mobile right there is so good. I think there's going to be a Switch port, and honestly, I think it's going to, if it's done, it's going to be done in house at NetherRealm. You were talking about the issues with the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 release of Mortal Kombat X. That's because they actually had a different company that they outsourced all the assets to do it, and. My guess, I don't know for sure, but my guess would be that they didn't meet the standards that NetherRealm wanted in their game, so they called it off.
A lot of times when it comes to outsourcing, some of the companies that they end up doing business with don't have the same know-how, the same skill set that Midway or NetherRealm Studios themselves have. But of course, they can't do everything in-house. There's not always enough manpower.
Right.
They're busy working on the next game, and while they might love to get their hands dirty and do the work themselves as far as handling every detail of the new port, that's not realistic. Yeah. You have to be able to trust other people and to find other people that you can trust. So, good luck to them finding a decent company that they can work with in-house, or, if they can't do it in-house, that they can outsource to. Because it's not always easy. It's like they say, good help is hard to find.
Very hard to find.
And Jonan brings up a good point. Like, as much as I don't really play the MKX Mobile, but every time I saw like those new character skins come out of the characters, I wanted those in the main games. I wish it was more connected with the main game.
Yeah.
Just so I could have them in the main game and not have to play the mobile version.
The return of characters that are on the mobile version really make people want it on the console. Like Jade, Baraka, Shao Kahn, Kintaro, this is driving people. Yeah, people are excited about it on the mobile, but then the other hand of it is, when are the console people going to get it? They're probably not. It's probably not going to happen. Right. So,
they need content to roll out on the mobile, so they'll dig deep.
Yeah, and the thing is that kind of makes the mobile a little more exclusive, right? So people are going to want to play the mobile game. So it's actually smart to not release it on console from a business perspective, because more people are going to invest into the mobile game. At least that's my thought process.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, you know what? I guess we got a little bit of time here before the official Sony stream starts.
About 29 minutes.
So is there anything else that we wanted to catch up on? Luke, you've got something here for us.
Oh, yeah, you got something in the mail, didn't you?
I did get something in the mail. This folder.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's inside? Yep, this folder came from Tabmock99, who's on the stream right now.
Look at that.
Now that right there, let's show one at a time here. And Ryan, maybe you can cue some stuff up for us. This artwork of Sub-Zero holding Scorpion's frozen head was actually on the cover of issue of PSM. So, Ryan, is that something that you can show us, the PSM cover?
I don't think I have the physical PSM magazine.
Is that something that you maybe have on, like, a digital copy of the cover?
A digital copy? Let me see if I can pull one up here, man. Give me just 1 second. I'll see if I can cue it up for everybody. Do you know what issue it was?
It was Deception.
I believe it was in the list I gave you earlier before the show started.
Oh.
Yeah, that should make it easier.
Is it in
So
that?
just
Do you actually have
Yeah.
the digital cover in that file
I
share?
do. I do.
Okay.
So just a bit of history on this artwork. I've known about this artwork for a long time. I think it's Deception. I could be confused. I could be Deadly Alliance.
It's
But,
Deadly Alliance. Yeah.
It's Deadly Alliance. Thank you. I've known that Greg Horn did the artwork because he came to Melbourne in 2008, and he had this print there. He had it there, and I was keen to get this deal with him to like sell the prints on my website at the time, and he was keen to do it, you know. And I wanted to buy the print as well. And he was like, yeah, we'll do it. And then I went to buy the print, and he went, I don't have any left. And I went, can I have that one? Because he had one in the folder. And I went, no, I need that one. I always thought it was weird. So I just took a photo of it. And I've been chasing that print for like 10 years. You know, so like I saw it just by accident because you guys were talking about how you're going to C2E2 on Twitter. And how you're going to meet Richard Epcar, who is a great guy, by the way. I met him when he came to Melbourne too. And I saw on the list Greg Horn, just by coincidence. And I messaged Justin, like, can you help me out with this thing? I need this print.
There it is. That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome.
Yeah, for real. So that, I guess, Luke, you know what that's a tribute to, right?
Well, is that just what I said, like the story where he's like ditching the Lin Kuei, or is this actually inspired from something else as well?
Oh yeah, it is. It is. You know what? I don't know if this is something that can be queued up in time because I'm afraid it'll knock the stream offline if we try it.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know?
It's not Spider-Man or something, is it?
That's it. Oh my God, you got it.
I just got it. Yeah, where he ditches it in the alley. That's right. He leaves the Spider-Man suit in the alley and he walks away.
Right. And if you do a Google search on Spider-Man No More, you'll see basically that exact
Spider-Man No More. That's right. That was the line.
There it is.
Yeah.
Peter Parker ditching the Spider-Man suit.
I love my movies, as you can see.
For sure. For sure. Well, yeah, and that's right, because Spider-Man 2 had an homage to that exact comic book cover as well, with Peter ditching the suit in the alley like that.
It did. Spider-Man 2 was my favorite, by the way, out of all the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
I think Ed Boon said the same thing recently, out of the entire Tobey Maguire series.
I don't think so, because I tweeted it. That was the last tweet Ed replied to from me. He said he liked the first one better because it was an origin story and he preferred origin stories. And he said, but I see where you're coming from. And you can't have two without one. And I face this a lot in movies. I always say you can't have two without one. But I just think two, once the character was established, was a better movie with Dr. Octopus and that train scene at the end. And then everyone sees him with his face off. He's just a kid, you know. I just thought that was awesome.
It's interesting.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm really excited you got that, man.
Yeah, thanks so much, man. Like, I wanted that for so long. It's such a nice piece of art.
I got to give props to the artist, who is Julio. Oh well, for the drawing.
For the other one, right?
Yeah, I got to give props to Julio, who actually has done a lot of artwork for the Book of Souls, also known as the Kombatpedia.
Yes.
That's where, if you recognize that artist's particular style, he's done a lot of those kind of drawings of Sub-Zero and Scorpion for the Kombatpedia as well.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So,
nice.
Speaking of cool Mortal Kombat swag, right? We do have some giveaways tonight.
Ooh.
Well, does that mean that it's going to be time to start up Mortal Kombat trivia?
Maybe. Maybe soon, yeah. Maybe
Really?
We can play too, right?
No.
No.
You can't
But
play
we actually got all new trivia questions because I think people were getting wise. I think people were starting to catch on. I think people were starting to memorize some of the answers from the trivia questions.
Which is a pity.
So we went ahead and we got a brand new batch of never before seen Mortal Kombat trivia questions.
Excellent.
Some of them are easy. I'll tell you what. They range from very easy to medium to hard to very hard. Those are basically the 5 difficulty levels of these Mortal Kombat trivia questions.
There you go. And what we're giving away is, of course, we already had one winner walk away with a Raiden hat, but I've got another Raiden hat to give away that's signed by Richard Epcar. Another one.
No, wait a minute. Okay, I'm really glad that Richard Epcar, the voice of Raiden for the last 3 games, probably for the next one too. I'm glad that he signed that hat. That was really nice of Mr. Epcar to do that. But where did that hat come from? Did you just pick up any old tiny coolie hat off the street?
No. You see, this Raiden hat is actually really, really special because this Raiden hat actually came from the same store called Fantasy Costumes. Thanks for the card, Luke. Came from Fantasy Costumes in my hometown of Chicago, Illinois, which is the same store that John Tobias walked in and bought the Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and probably even 3 costume pieces that they wore in the video games. You're getting
anything in the games like Kano's face plate or Kano's karate outfit, or
actually, I believe that our friend Luke here actually picked one of those up.
There was a Nosferatu mask from there that they used for Baraka. All kinds of cool stuff, man. That costume shop was great.
It was insanity. Yeah, it's awesome to go in there, and it's open year-round, every day. It's still there. Same building, same store, same everything. And then right down the road is the KFC where Ed Boon came up with Reptile.
That's right. The KFC over on California and Irving. Who can forget?
Yeah.
Wow, there's Luke with the Kano faceplate.
Hello, baby. Did you miss me?
Yep. And these
well,
giveaways,
not really, since you've been on 2 streams in a row with us. We haven't had a chance to miss you yet.
And here's the cool thing. Yes, these giveaways are for everybody. All we ask is that you follow and support us. That's it. Follow us. That's it. And you'll definitely qualify for the giveaway. So hit the follow button if you haven't already, and you will.
Well, there's also the matter of trivia questions.
Oh yes, trivia questions.
Maybe one day we could give away one of these signed by Rich DeVizio or something.
I'm sure.
Just a possibility.
That would be what's up.
I'm sure we can get Rich to sign one of those, and then of course we're giving away one of these guys too, not to be overshadowed by the Raiden hat. This is an Injustice.
I don't even have that.
Injustice 2 baseball hat, and it's
wow. So we've got 2 different hats that we're going to give away, but I'll be honest, Total MK, your hat also, man, that would be really good. That would be a great one to give away as well.
Make Outworld purple again. Yes, we need to get some of these hats. We need to get... Eventually, if we get enough support and if we get to affiliate status and we get a lot of people who subscribe to us, which I'm going to do something really nice for subscribers. I think you already know about it, Tabmock, and I think Total knows. Once we get enough people subscribing to us and helping us out, we're going to, I think, maybe consider the idea of opening like a store where we can get some MK Online merchandise, maybe sell some of those Make Outworld purple again hats for Total, right? Those are all possibilities.
We'll see about that.
Definitely.
I mean, I'd love to see that.
Definitely possibilities.
You know.
I think if we did these masks too, I can easily add the electronics in and do it again. This didn't take long at all.
You just need to find another car piece.
Yeah, I can probably build one. I'll just find out what LED that is.
There you go.
I've got the perf build, so
they will come.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So we're gonna go ahead here. We're about 15 minutes out for the presser. So for the next 15 minutes, I'm gonna load up the Twitch quiz bot and how the giveaway works. Let me explain how it works to everybody. Okay, this is how you qualify for it. It's pretty simple. The top 2 people in the trivia, and we'll run it in different parts, but the 2 highest scores for trivia overall will get a chance to unlock the ultimate combat code at the end of the stream. And if they line up the combat codes in a jackpot formation at the end of the stream, they will win the giveaway. If they don't, well, then the second person gets a chance to try, and so on and so forth. That's why we give 2 giveaway items every stream. There could be 2 winners. There could be no winners. And so it's a lot of fun. Also, if you line 2 in a row up on the combat codes, 2 in a row from left to right, if you add those up and they are identical, 2 out of 3 are identical, you'll get an extra chance to spin or a continue. So it'll make sense when you see it. I'll go over it again. But, of course, we've got the trivia bot, which I am getting set up as we speak. And we're going to randomize those questions, too, to make it a little bit harder. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
Wow.
So, here...
Okay, well, I'm very excited. I can't wait to see how you guys do with this batch of questions. I'm I'm tiptoeing in anticipation with what happens here tonight.
Tiptoeing with anticipation, man. You crack me up. Oh, man. Okay, give me just 1 second here. But what other things do you think we're going to see tonight? I mean, do you honestly think that we're going to see... do you think we're going to see maybe something different than MK11? I just want to hear your thoughts on this while I keep this up.
Well, you know, the idea that it could be something else, like Injustice 3, that doesn't sound right. The idea, people were talking about, okay, there's a lot of buzz about the grid. All of a sudden, within the last couple of days, people are tweeting at Ed, so I joined in too, because I would love to see it. People are saying, hey, do something with the grid. Port it to consoles. Let us play the grid on consoles. Do a sequel to the grid. Do a grid battle royale type game. Do something with it. And I think Ed really likes this idea. I don't know if it's something that's being planned already, but I think if enough fans show their support that they would like to see a grid type game, you know, something with the grid coming back, I think that Ed would jump at the chance to do that.
I will say this, like they generally, as soon as they finished Injustice 2 Combat Pack 3, what was it called? Fighter Pack 3, whatever, the last DLC pack of characters, you know, they generally start working on the MK game even before then. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's not like they could have just worked on it and they're like, this is the new game. It doesn't work that way. They've had to work on this thing for ages, like plan it, what they want, either put together a trailer or a build, you know, so they've been working on this for a long time. Yeah, so they can't just be like, hey, the grid, that's a good idea, let's do it. Let's have it out in 2 weeks. It doesn't work that way.
No, it'll be years away. If they agree today, if they made the decision, yes, we want to do it, it's going to take some time to do it.
Lots of time.
Yeah. I remember when they announced Killer Instinct on the Xbox One, they pushed that demo out in 5 weeks, which was like insane. Do you know what I mean? They put together the Killer Instinct demo in 5 weeks.
It's crazy.
You know, so I don't think it's going to be... Yeah, but I will say this. The MK team has a habit of every 3 games going to a new engine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, that is the pattern. That's right.
And it's been MK9.
That's
MKX,
such a good point.
Justice.
So in your opinion, if they do this MK11, this is going to be the final game that uses the same engine as MK9 and MKX. After that, it's going to be time to move on to a new engine.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to include Injustice in that 3, or if it's going to be 3 MK games and then a new engine.
Honestly, they're using Unreal Engine 3, right?
4.
4
for the latest one. Yep.
Okay.
For Injustice.
Yeah, I was going to say, because wasn't MKX on the last engine, though? Wasn't that on the same engine as 9?
Now you're testing me.
It seems extremely similar.
I think it was, because I got a couple friends at NetherRealm, and I think it was.
Okay,
3.
I think you're right. I'm just confused because I know they changed the FSB encoder on it because it was hard to rip some of the music.
I don't know. I could be wrong, but no. I mean, honestly.
Someone who likes to rip the music would figure that out real quick, huh?
Yeah, and
it had FSB 5. I remember that they changed that on X, which made it a bit trickier to get. I remember MK9. I just ripped it apart like nothing.
There you go.
But I remember they did change a lot of the software and stuff involved in X, but you're probably right. They probably did go to 4 by that time. Yeah. You know, but because it uses modules of other things, it's confusing.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, Injustice 2 is definitely on Unreal 4.
Yeah, hands down.
Here,
especially that facial animation. They got all this, you know, crazy tech they threw in Injustice 2 with the facial technology and stuff. It's just like, wow, that's next level.
I remember when I first dumped one of the character model files from Injustice 2, there were literally like entries for like eyelashes and like knuckles and like the list of like meshes, like where you can land a hit on someone's knuckle and it will know that you hit them there, it's or crazy. On their eyelash or on their ear. The nose.
These hitboxes.
Injustice 2 was like really crazy deep. Like in what they could do with the characters.
So you just wonder what they're gonna do now.
Yeah, I looked at it like that's too much work. Like they could go crazy with it. They could be like, "You hit me in the eye," you know. Like
it's amazing what happens when the team gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Because remember, if you go back to the classics, it was just a team of like 4 or 5 guys. So they've really pushed it. Also, speaking of the classics, Luke, you just released on Twitter something that you've been saving for years and years.
Right.
Why don't you share that story with us real quick while Fatal Kate over here gets the trivia bot?
Actually, the trivia bot's ready to go, as you can hear from the trivia music, and we'll get the trivia bot started. So get your Raiden hats or thinking hats on, whichever you choose, and have at it. But continue on with the story, Total. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, we want to.
Okay. All right, so I didn't want to interrupt your trivia. Okay, so it actually started with Justin here, who was digging up a lot of the background or history on things from Mortal Kombat. So, for example, the gold dragon in Shang Tsung's throne room, or the castle from Kitana's ending in Mortal Kombat 2. Where's that from? Jade's Desert. And we were actually able to find out that the desert photo was a real press shot of a desert that they just used. And that the castle from Kitana's ending was from Conan the Destroyer, you know, and we were able to find out all these little things. And then I remembered, and I even told Justin this years ago, and I've had this picture literally 18 years. I saw it on eBay once, just when I was buying everything on eBay. Mortal Kombat ring, used in Mortal Kombat 2, and I'm like, yeah, right. But I remember I still clicked on it, you know, I clicked on it, and it said, this was the ring, it was used in Mortal Kombat 2, and I thought it said I got it from Ed, but I might have been wrong about that, you know, because this was a long time ago. I was corrected recently. And this guy had claimed that someone on the team had given him the ring, and that the ring was used in Mortal Kombat 2 on the continue screen. It was that dragon. They photographed it, flattened it, and put it in the game. But it came from this ring. So it looked cool, you know? And I saw the photo, and I just saved it into my eBay pictures folder, which is full of random stuff. And then when all this discussion was going on recently, I'm like, oh, I'll throw it out there and see if it was real, you know, and I tweeted a few people on it and came back. It definitely was real, because John Vogel replied and said, yep, that's true. So it was my ring, you know.
And the fans are nuts, because they've gone and they've taken the picture of that ring, and then they superimposed it on the Mortal Kombat 2 continue screen, and it's like, well, you know, look at the shape of the scales, and look at the size of the hands, and look at the shape of the hair, and look at the design overall. Yeah, this is definitely that ring. And
Yep.
man, I really do wish you had gotten it, because I don't know who ended up. But man, what a cool one-of-a-kind item. In fact, we should keep our eyes open just in case one of those comes back on.
I remember, I don't think anyone bid on that. I think everyone thought that looks real hokey. I think it went for like $10. Like, that's just painful to hear, isn't it? Because like it was just this one-of-a-kind thing,
It's like,
and everyone was like, what's that? You know, I knew what it was by looking at it, and I'm thinking that can't be the real thing. You know, I wish I'd bought it.
Yeah.
But I remember back then I was buying all the figures I got. I had to put the money into the things I wanted. You know, one of the figures I paid $40 US for, one of the trilogy 10-inch ones.
Yeah.
So I was wasting all my money back then on eBay. Back in the 2000s.
And speaking about the dragons, I mean, Tabmock, didn't you post something that Josh Sway hooked you up with?
I should say Josh Sway posted it, but yeah.
Right. That's what I mean.
Yeah. He posted the videotape recording of the actual dragon being filmed. Like we were discussing last week, this dragon that belonged to Ken Fidesna, that was used for the logo. So now it's been confirmed that the same dragon that can be seen in Shang Tsung's throne room in Mortal Kombat 1, that was Ken Fidesna's statue. That was the one that John Tobias drew and got inspiration from to use for the logo for Mortal Kombat. That one from the throne room, it's the same thing. This whole time, we just had no idea.
Wow.
I know, man. It's crazy how the Mortal Kombat fans just keep digging and keep finding out more info and just getting more of the story and put it all together. And you know what? I gotta give a huge shout out to the development team. I mean, people like John Vogel who chime in to give updated info and to clarify where we might be missing some details. People like Josh Sway for going the extra mile and getting that videotape and sharing it with us over social media.
Yeah.
Like everybody should really show their support. Like go on Patreon and subscribe to Skitter Comic, even if it's only $1. Like everybody should get a copy of the Insert Coin documentary. Because look, these guys do so much for our community. And we really got to say thank you to people like that. I'll support them any way I can because I really appreciate what they're doing for us, and for them to come to light to the things that we're geeking out about, and then kind of filling in some of the gaps for us. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of the MK team, yeah, Skitter's great. You guys got to support that. But a birthday shout out
Oh yeah.
to Derek Kurtzik.
Oh, Derek Kurtzik.
It's either today or tomorrow because I come from the future, guys. So
So we're
happy
giving
birthday to him. He gets a birthday shout out
There
on
you
the
go.
stream for once. And also Jax from MK2, the original OG Jax.
John Parrish.
John Parrish, another birthday shout out.
Yes.
Happy birthday, guys.
Happy birthday
Unless
to
they're
Derek
fans.
and John. Usually Derek's the one giving the happy birthday shout outs, right? And now the
Exactly.
fans got to repay Derek. So if he sees
I got your
this-
back, Derek. No worries, mate.
if he sees this, he's gonna laugh. No, that's awesome. That's awesome. Derek's a great guy. I had the pleasure of meeting him just one time, but he was a super awesome dude.
And I had the pleasure of him kicking my ass at PAX last year.
Yeah, see, Tyler Lansdowne kicked my
He
ass.
flogged me.
hopefully next time, instead of just beating you up like that, you'll just settle it with a video game or something. That would have been much more preferred.
It was good fun, actually. It was really good fun.
Yeah.
Even though
I-
Injustice isn't my game, it was
I
great.
gotta call out one of the chatters here.
Okay.
Braysol. I want everybody to know that he tried to answer one of the trivia questions, where the answer was noob.com, but he accidentally spelled it, instead of a B, he used a D, so he spelled it as nude.com. So I just want everybody to kind of point at Braysol and laugh for a minute.
Don't go to nude.com.
Somebody in the chat, by the way, just asked if anything was created in the Mortal Kombat movie that was later used in the games. That's a good question.
Oh, yes.
You
You know
two
what?
would know this.
One of these days, I'm going to do a YouTube video that goes into that on a whole deep level. But yes, there are elements that were first brought into the movie that later were introduced into the game. And Total MK, this one is probably a little close to home for you. Kano and his background, his origin, right?
Exactly, yeah. He was never mentioned as Australian. He was always mentioned as a half American, half Japanese orphan, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's right.
That an American orphaned in Tokyo?
Yeah, it might be like that.
Something
Yeah,
like
okay.
Yeah,
Something like that. Yeah, so they
Yeah,
never
you-
said it was,
yeah,
Aussie.
right. Yeah, American.
you know. But when they made him Aussie, I thought it was really cool, actually, because I think Trevor Goddard did such a great job with that role as Kano, and I think people loved it, even though the accent, it's not really Australian. You guys can hear me. It sounds British to me. Hello, baby. But hello is kind of like it's kind of British.
Kind of
You know?
Cockney. Yeah.
But I get it. It's kind of close to us. Sometimes we can sound similar to that. Anyway, I just think people love it, and I think the MK team loved it, and they just gave him the accent. You know, I always like Kato for that.
And what's interesting is, in the old classic Mortal Kombat games, you don't really hear the characters talk. In the first one, when Kano wins, you kind of hear him go, "Yeah!"
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's about it. And it doesn't sound like he's saying "yeah" with an Aussie accent, but maybe you wouldn't really hear it in that one little word. And then when the characters finally did actually have speaking lines, the first time they really got good dialogue was, I'm saying good, Mortal Kombat 4. That's when they actually had like cut scenes and things like that. But guess who doesn't show up? Is Kano. And I was actually keeping my eye on that. Like when I saw what games were now capable of, I was like, okay, let's see what they do with Kano now. Are they gonna make him an Aussie? Are they gonna keep him as American? Where are they gonna go with this? And then it seemed like they kind of sidestepped the issue. And I'm using sidestep as a pun because in Mortal Kombat 4 that introduced the sidestep feature.
Sidestep move.
They replaced him with Jarek, and it's like, well, okay, now they kind of don't answer the question of Kano's ethnicity. We had to wait until Deadly Alliance, where they sort of confirmed that there was an Aussie thing going on with him in the game's canon now. And then they stepped it up a notch in Deception. Because if you remember in Conquest mode, Kano was sort of the one that was like the Deadly Alliance enforcer, and he was kind of the one who took over Li Mei's village, and he captures Shujinko, and that's where you really hear Kano's Aussie accent come out for the first time in game. So, Total MK, I always wanted to ask you this. So here's my chance. you've always said that you never really heard an Aussie accent from the Mortal Kombat movie, and I'm sure everybody in Australia wasn't fooled. I'm guessing people in Britain probably weren't fooled either. I don't know, but I know the Australians could see right through the accent. How about in Mortal Kombat Deceptions and any other game where Kano talks, like Mortal Kombat 9? Does he sound more Australian? Does it sound more authentic? Is the accent better now?
I can't remember oh no, I do remember in MK9. In MK9 it was closer, for sure.
Yeah.
In MKX it was close as well. MKX and MK9 are probably on the same level. I don't remember Deception. As much as I love that game, I just can't think of it, how it
The
sounds.
quality of voice acting has really gone up because, Warner Brothers has like a union and there's people who are really seriously dedicated to the craft. As opposed to Deception, it just kind of said, well, let me pull in the manager from HR and have her do a couple lines. They got it.
Exactly. That's exactly how they used to do it in the Midway days. A whole lot of the PR people and that did lines in Deception. I actually know that for a fact. So.
It doesn't surprise me at all to hear that Kano's accent is a little bit closer now in the newer games.
Yeah, and I love it, even when it's like, Americans doing it Australian. It never sounds right, but I'm sure it's the same for us when I do an American, it sounds terrible. And it's fine. It's fun, right?
Can you do an American accent for us now?
If I had $1, I would go to google.com. See, that's terrible.
That sounds like you came from Alabama, bro. You found like
I know, it's too southern, I know. But like, that's the thing, that's the syllable that stands out to Australians, is like that dollar, like it's that, I can't explain it. It's just how
it's the hard.
It hits you when you get to America, and it's just suddenly all around you. It's like,
guys,
and I'm sure it's the same for you guys. You'd be like, what the hell, man?
Hey, listen,
it's weird here.
8 o'clock now for you. Should we tune into the Sony conference?
We're going to tune into the Sony conference, guys. It is now that time, the time we have all been waiting for. So I'm going to go ahead and just halt the trivia bot for now, and we'll continue the rounds later.
I'm out.
So we're going to go ahead and get this volume turned up just a little bit so you guys can hear what's going on with us. It is reaction time. Here we go.
Under this single tent. And for those of you who may be a bit apprehensive because you remember that movie Kingsman,
I'll be right back. I should probably get a headset so I can follow along here.
It doesn't end that way.
Oh, yeah.
So, again, thank you. And as you can see from this evening, here again at PlayStation, we've decided to mix it up a little bit in the way that we're doing our E3 presentation this year. We look at what the stories have we tell and the things that we want to impart to our fans here with us and their fans on the live feed worldwide. And that changes our design ideas around what we can do for this show. So tonight, we're going to have, rather than a bombardment of new creative, we're going to take all of you on a journey deeper into some of the key titles we've talked about before, but we're going to talk about them in a different way tonight, a deeper way, so you can learn about what's going on with these games and what's coming up in the future. What we look at here at Worldwide Studios with inside Sony Interactive Entertainment, we really want to take our love for gaming and make it sing very loudly. It's a gaming industry, it's sometimes called, but certainly inside our studios, we see gaming as a vocation. It's a calling. It's what we do. It's what we have to do. Our teams of creatives and studios and designers, they have stories to tell and things they want to show you and places they'd like to take you. That's what we're trying to do here at PlayStation. This coming year is going to be all about those kind of games that we can deliver to you in a way that's going to blow your minds. And tonight, we're beginning here in this tent, this church tent we've created here in Los Angeles to let you start that journey with us and let us tell you our stories for the next hour or so. So without further ado, it is my great honor and my unique privilege to invite to the stage and introduce to you Gustavo Santaolalla.
Okay, what do you guys reckon this is all about?
Can I hear us?
Pop.
Oh no, he's got a banjo.
Can't be Mortal Kombat.
No, it's not Gustavo. They can hear us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just checking.
Of course. It's music combat. Wait, music. Mortal Kombat. M. Mortal Kombat 11 confirmed. Dr. Disrespect is not pleased with this.
I'm trying to figure
What do
out
you guys-
who this
what do you
guy
guys-
is.
What do you guys make of this?
Is he not in the
Console
game?
Is it maybe a Red Dead Redemption game? It sounds kind of like it could come from Red Dead Redemption. I don't know. If Ed Boon pops up on the stage and yells Toasty, I'm just gonna be like, that figures. Oh, Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
Last of Us 2, that's what it is.
Yeah. Last of Us 2, yeah.
Booyah. Outworld, you are the MVP. These press conferences are always so much fun to watch, though, because you never know what's going to
Yeah.
come. You know, and we're all Mortal Kombat fans, but we all enjoy
Yeah,
a
Outworld
variety of
is
games.
one knowledgeable dude.
Yeah, he's insanely knowledgeable. Like, Outworld just picked that up, he's like, oh, Last of Us 2! I'm like,
I thought it might be from the music, but I wasn't 100% because it's a bit country. I
yeah,
was thinking it might have been Red Dead, and I'm not sure who was the project lead. So
yeah.
I can't wait for Last of Us 2. Gotta be honest.
Yeah. That's gonna be a good game. Did they actually do an announcement for that yet, or no?
They announced it was coming, but they hadn't shown anything yet.
Oh, okay.
Or they might have just teased artwork or something.
Yeah. Alright.
So no Mortal Kombat 11 hype.
No
Quite
Mortal
yet.
Kombat. No Mortal Kombat yet. It would make sense they'd kick off the presser with Last of Us 2.
With that, yeah, that or Red Dead.
Yep. Here we go.
Yeah, I think something like Mortal Kombat will probably be a big crowd pleaser, so I imagine they would want to put that more towards the end, right? Like build up some hype.
Oh, trailer. Yes.
Wait, did Naughty Dog do Last of Us?
Yeah,
Oh, they did.
that's theirs, man.
Huh. More you know.
Oh, that's why the hall looks the same as that trailer. Nice.
Interesting.
MK Dude says, doing focus groups for the MK games, which I was paid, they try more marketing ways than you think. Oh, yeah, I could imagine, man. I could imagine, first of all, Midway and Mortal Kombat's been marketed so well. The advertising and the marketing for that game has been so great ever since the first one. With Midway, their flyers they did, with Acclaim, the way they advertised the home games, then with NetherRealm, you know, pushing it to the next level. Yeah, doesn't surprise me at all what you're saying there. Lone Wolf says, did you tell everyone what happened yesterday, Tabmock 99? Yes, I did go over that a little bit earlier. He's talking about with the dragons, with the things that we found out as far as the dragon from the throne room
Yeah.
being the same one owned by Ken Podesna, that same statue that inspired the Mortal Kombat dragon logo. Yeah, that was amazing, the way Mortal Kombat fans keep on digging deeper and deeper. And, you know, as we get hyped up for the sequel, as we get hyped up for Mortal Kombat 11 and to see what's next, it's always nice to have that retrospective where you always go back and you never lose touch with what made you like Mortal Kombat in the first place.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. It's gonna be like, I just feel like they're gonna have to announce a Mortal Kombat game here. Like, it's, you know. I don't know. So we'll see. I mean, time will tell. If there's no announcement, I don't know something different's coming. Like it could be a Mortal Kombat game. I mean, you could be right, but something different than the norm is definitely going to be going down. You know what I mean?
Well,
because their development cycles are so in sync that to throw it off like that, I mean, there'd have to be something else that they're doing. You know what I mean?
Well, the way that Ed tweeted out a fan video about Mortal Kombat 11 makes you think, like, hey, I can't say anything yet, but here's a way I can say something without saying it. You know what I mean? Like, looking for that loophole.
Maybe.
I can't imagine what the point would be of doing that otherwise. You know what I mean?
I think they're going to announce the game, though. I think Ed's just been tight-lipped because he's sick of people leaking it. You know what I mean?
It's not just people leaking it, but people are just kind of making up stuff and then calling it a leak. That's like that we're seeing a lot more of that with this game.
This trailer's really different to the other one they showed. I just remembered they showed another trailer earlier. It was really full on. This is very different in tone.
Praysol is saying a horror fighting game. Yeah, it's funny that people have discussed the idea of NetherRealm Studios doing like a horror fighting game for a long time.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, what was that other one? There is another horror fighting game. I think it's called Terradrome.
Terradrome. Yes, that game is awesome.
Yeah, there is stuff like that. If NetherRealm were to go toe-to-toe with something like Terradrome, then Terradrome would just get shut down instantly. That would be a crush.
I don't know. They're starting to gain traction, though. I mean, they got a Kickstarter going on. Did you know about that?
Well, that's good.
I was even thinking maybe sometime for fun later on down the line, like after MK11 comes out, and since we're going to be doing these streams on the regular now, I was thinking like maybe it would be fun to have one stream where we get the Terradrome creators on and talk about their game. I mean,
I love that mechanic.
If you can line stuff up like that, man, dude, that would be great.
I could probably line that up.
I know you could. I don't know, but yeah, you could.
Like I probably could because I think one of the guys on Terradrome follows me somewhere. I'll have to look, but I'm I don't see why, especially those guys wouldn't want publicity of some kind. They're still on the ground floor getting up. So the more people that check out their game, the better for them anyway.
This looks awesome.
Yeah, this does look pretty wicked.
Yeah, I really like that mechanic hiding in the grass or the little bushes.
Is he ripping his heart out? Is he pulling a Kano Fata? Oh, no, he's ripping his intestines out. What's the proper word for this?
Disembowel.
No. Not that word. It starts with an F and ends with a Y.
Oh, fatality.
There it is.
Took me a minute to think of it.
Fatality.
That's messed up. I can't wait to play this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, The Last of Us was not really that big of a game, wasn't it? I mean, it had a great reception, but I don't think it was like a big
Oh, you mean in time?
Yeah.
No, because you play it slow.
Right.
You're correct. You can't rush through it.
But like, it looks like they really expanded on it here, and they made it like a full-on actual production. I don't want to anger any Last of Us fans out there. Sorry.
No, you won't.
My apologies.
I was just shocked. I'm like, what?
Looks like what?
I own it twice. I got it on PS4 remastered and PS3.
Yeah, this does look pretty good. I actually never played much of The Last of Us.
Great level design too.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I mean, blades of grass. Just look at the way technology is. 10 years from now, what's E3 going to look like? It makes you wonder. Makes you really
is that a
wonder.
clicker?
It's been going up and down, like Luke was saying. So is it going to be more up or is it going to be more down?
I don't know.
We haven't seen any monsters yet. They're all humans.
Yeah. She got shot and she yells, fuck. I like it.
Games do that now.
Games do that
You
now.
know, something that was really impressive about Last of Us is the game loaded hardly ever. Like brought up a loading screen when you first start.
Yeah.
What it did was when you're playing the game, it would tell you have to like move something. Keep pressing X, and while you were doing that, it would load the next section in the background.
Frazel's asking you if this is a recommended game. Out of how many Purple Outworlds out of 10 would you recommend The Last of Us?
Double back.
Oh, Outworld just stepped out to look some stuff up on Google, probably related to Terradrome, if I had to guess.
Oh.
But we'll have to pick his brain about that in a minute. But he's a big fan of the series. I've been hearing from so many people who've been tuned in to all the E3 streams that there's a lot of disappointment going on. But tonight, I'm kind of feeling these. What about you?
Yeah. I'm thinking this is going to be a good Sony press conference. And I'll say the way they already started this conference out by decking the hall out exactly like the game opening.
Oh, that's messed up.
Yeah, I think Sony's already...
Remember, she's only like 16 or 17.
Oh, yeah.
Unless she's grown up now. She's older.
I imagine some time has passed since the last one, yeah.
But that's what I like about this game. It's really bold because they live in a different world now. There's no cops, no police.
Man, they just make all the animations look so good.
Yeah, these shots are very well set up. Very good cinematography going on here.
It's really that good. It's really that good.
10 out of 10 Purple Outworlds from Total. Must buy.
It's hard too. It is hard. You actually kind of shit your pants every time you hear a clicker. That's the monster. You can't just shoot it. You have to break. You have to break the thing off its head first, and then you can shoot it. You can't just go bang, 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 bang. It makes it scary,
Yeah.
If I had to guess, I would say they're in France right now, based on the building saying Mercy. What do you think?
Maybe. That would,
Sorry,
I think this game takes place in Europe.
that would be fitting.
Oh. Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, this is a great scene right here, where you have to sneak around and hide from the bad guys. Oh boy.
They're all just humans right now. I haven't seen a clicker yet.
Oh.
I could say some things about the game, but they're huge spoilers.
I think if we're already getting a sequel, then you're allowed to spoil the original, unless there's anybody in the chat who says
Don't spoil
would
it.
object to spoilers. I think you can go ahead. Let's just give everybody a minute to say, hey, yeah, no spoilers or something.
Oh, nice.
And if nobody objects, then spoil away. Yeah, we got a couple people asking for no
Don't
spoilers.
spoil.
Okay. Well, then we'll
Finish him.
No, I won't, because the game has such a great story, and the way it ends, you're just like, oh man, that's
You see how the blood just ran down his neck after she cleaved him? I hope that's what MK11 has. You know what I mean? Where the blood looks that realistic. The blood is so well done on this game.
Yeah, and it's funny because in the old days, people used to say they loved Mortal Kombat for the realism, and the developers were always like,
I don't remember.
realism? What realism? It's not realistic.
He should be terrified.
But hey, maybe with the next one, they'll step it up a notch.
Yeah, maybe. Last of Us Part 2, man, they kicked off the Sony presser very strong. So now I'm excited to see what they're going to announce after this. How do you follow that up?
With Mortal Kombat 11, right?
Right! Exactly right.
I bet they do Red Dead 2 though.
Didn't they already release Red Dead 2?
See how they made the E3 hall look like the start of the trailer?
Yeah, that was really clever. I like it. That had to take a lot of work, too.
Yeah.
Props to those people who set that up.
So what we all want to know here
That was
is
new
when are we going to
at
see
the
a zombie?
Last of Us
Yeah.
Part 2, we're here live in Los Angeles at the PlayStation
Huh?
3 showcase.
Zombie?
Taking
Huh?
a quick intermission. while folks move along to the next part of the experience, we'll have a little bit more to share on that later. And I am joined by my good friend Ryan Clements.
Hello, Mr.
So they have
How are you?
they have people going from one hall to the other. Is that what they're doing?
And it's going to be a huge night.
That was The Last of Us Part 2, guys.
Resumes.
I think that's the end of the trailer.
To have
Yeah, that's the end of the Last of Us 2 trailer.
Than the chairman of Worldwide Studios, Mr.
So we're kind of interested to see what they're going to come up with here next for sure. But we're keeping our eyes peeled right here for any potential Mortal Kombat announcement. Sony's kicking off strong this year, guys. I mean, Sony dominated last year, right? This year, it looks like it's no contest all over again. No, Microsoft had a fairly impressive one with Gears. But, I mean, to start this thing off with The Last of Us 2, I think these guys are going to have a lot of tricks up their sleeves, and I think Mortal Kombat just might be one of those things. I'm excited. The press conference just kicked off. Anything can happen, you know. It's anybody's ball game. So what are you guys thinking? You think will we see MK11 announced at all? If it is announced, do you think it'll be near the end of the conference or in the middle?
Middle.
Middle.
I'm thinking after the second half.
After the second half, so more towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to be the very last game in the lineup,
No.
but I do think it'll be after the halfway point.
Yeah. It'll be one of those steps building up for all of this stuff. But yeah, man, Sony, just their booth looks awesome. I mean, everything looks great. I always love Sony's conferences. I mean, I don't know. I love my Xbox One. I love my Nintendo Switch, but damn does Sony know how to put on a show.
Microsoft killed it this year, though. Seriously.
They did. They had an awesome...
They smashed it.
I was a little worried, honestly, when Microsoft was doing their conference, because I was like, the stuff they're announcing for this conference looks pretty awesome. I'm a little worried, since I don't have the day off, if they show MK11 and we're not there to cover it. But I went with my gut feeling that history repeats itself, so...
I think here at Mortal Kombat Online, we've all developed a nose for news.
Yes, but it's still
Yeah,
a
I
little
think
bit
we know what leads to follow and
Yeah.
which ones are garbage.
Right. And I don't know if you want to talk about this while everyone's waiting. We're all sleuthing really hard for legitimate information, right? And it's no secret that lately with Warner Brothers and DC being one of their properties, right? That with every game, whether it's Mortal Kombat or Injustice, a comic book seems to follow the game, right? So
Yeah.
you were actually on Twitter, Tabmock, and you found a tweet. You want to talk about
That's
that?
right.
Or I
That's
mean, I don't want to
right.
say it's
Well-
fake news, but it's actual. Let's just talk the facts, right? You found a tweet.
Oh, okay, let's stick with the facts. There's an artist for DC, as they call it now, DC Comics, which, by the way, that drives me nuts, DC Comics, because the C in DC is comics. DC is Detective Comics. So when
Exactly.
you say DC Comics, it's like we're saying Detective Comics comics. But regardless, a writer for DC, and all he posts on his social media accounts are just things related to comic books. That's all he ever posts. Until one day, in May, he posts a random screenshot of Mortal Kombat 2's Attract mode. And someone's figured out, wait a minute, does this mean you're writing a DC, Mortal Kombat comic for DC? And then he goes silent. Doesn't confirm or deny it. So, yeah, a lot of people are taking that to mean exactly what that guy just asked.
Interesting. Yeah, so it's interesting because that tweet gets put out there, you know, and it's right around the time of the development cycle on when it would happen. Ed's already been on the record as saying, if you follow our development cycle, you know what we're doing next.
And they've got a very good comic book tie-in for both the Injustice games, Injustice 1 and 2. In fact, Injustice 2's comics are still going on now. That storyline, I still read it every week.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat X comics they don't continue now. They lasted 36 issues and then they kind of wrapped it up.
Yep.
But, would Warner Brothers do another Mortal Kombat tie-in to the new game? Like, yeah, of course, they're the masters at this.
Mhm.
Warner Brothers
Question.
knows how to do a tie-in.
Right.
When did this tweet go out about the Mortal Kombat 2
I
comic?
think it was like May 11th.
It was May 11th to May 16th. Yeah. I'll find
This
it.
year is the Mortal Kombat 2 25th anniversary. This year.
Right.
It is. It is.
But
yes.
it's interesting that a DC comic artist who's never worked on a Mortal Kombat comic tweets that out.
Right, and he's never tweeted anything about Mortal Kombat or any other video game for that matter.
It was
So-
just another cryptic tweet that everyone's going to read far too much into, or are they? I don't know.
In this case, I don't think they are. In this case, I think yeah, we know what's going on. Warner Brothers is going to do another Mortal Kombat tie-in. I think it's safe to say that. We'll get an official announcement. You know, that is not an official announcement by any means, because at the end of the day, that's just an artist posting a Mortal Kombat screenshot.
Right.
But in context, I think we can infer safely what that means.
Yep. It's, like I said, there's been too many things that are kind of pushing this towards this way. The only thing I'm questioning, and I'm a little bit thrown off by, I think you are too, and I think everyone is have we ever seen Ed this silent? Like, has he ever been this quiet coming up to a game release?
You know, he's not quiet, you know, he's on social media several times a day. But yeah, people just take what he says and they jump to conclusions, and it's so funny how it's happening. But like the other day, you know, Mortal Kombat Online, we posted for National Friendship Day. Later on in the day, so did Ed, right? That was just a trending thing on Twitter. Hashtag, we get in on it, why not? But then people are thinking, oh, Ed Boon is hinting that there's going to be friendships in Mortal Kombat 11. It's like, no, dude, this wasn't it. That was not it at all.
Here's something else to think about. For people who are down in the dumps thinking there's not going to be a Mortal Kombat announcement. When's the last time Ed has not tweeted in a full day? That guy loves Twitter. Get this. The last tweet he sent, period, was 22 hours ago. If you're Ed Boon, you're in charge of NetherRealm, and you're about to announce another Mortal Kombat game, you ain't on Twitter. You're behind the stage, getting everything ready, running around like a chicken with your head cut off, making sure the demo's going to play right? You're too busy. You're just too busy to worry about anything else. Ed has not posted in 22 hours on his Twitter account. He's never been that quiet. Why? Because I think he's getting ready to make an announcement right here.
Well, that's something we'll find out for sure, one way or the other, in a couple minutes, huh?
Couple minutes? You're saying a couple minutes? I thought you said it was going to be till later on in the show, Tabmock.
Yeah, maybe I misspoke. You know what I mean.
Oh, do you have some inside info that you didn't share with anybody else?
Do I? Do I? No.
I know from
No, I don't.
I know from time to time Luke's got his secrets. I've got my things. I might know from time to time, but I'm pretty sure I've shared everything I know with you, Tabmock. But I know that as independent individual journalists, from time to time, we kind of keep certain things to ourselves because we promised certain people we wouldn't say anything and things like that. So, you know, we want to keep that respect for those folks. But I don't know.
We'll know before the night's over, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
We'll know before the night's over.
We're gonna know actually in the next hour, right? Because this goes on till 9:30. Is that right?
Yeah, I think that's right.
So
I've got it running on my tablet as well,
nice. Absolutely.
so I can have a bigger version.
Yeah, this is gonna be insane.
I hope you guys don't mind. I'm eating candy.
I'm smoking a cigarette
Depends.
because the nerves
What
and the
kind do you
excitement for MK11, I just have to smoke. It's like,
Yeah, I like to pick out and drink sodas.
Does
Right
this
now,
mean
stuff.
smoke is confirmed for Mortal Kombat 11?
Fatal Kate smoking a cigarette? Smoke confirmed for Mortal Kombat 11. I can already.
Does that
see-
mean Jaffa's confirmed? Jaffa confirmed.
Oh,
Nice.
Ja,
hey.
Jaffa,
Nice.
Jax confirmed for Mortal Kombat 11. This is gonna turn into a huge clickbait.
Hey, Jasper is asking me a question. He's saying, have you asked Luke yet, or should I ask Luke in the stream about Eddie?
Eddie?
Oh. So,
Eddie
I
who?
guess do you remember hearing from one of our fans, MK Jasper, about I think his name is Eddie Ferrier, one of the video game developers,
Oh,
one of the
yeah.
legends.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of my friends on Facebook. Yes.
Well,
Did I hear
Ryan,
what?
maybe you could ask him. Okay, well, in trying to solve one of the great mysteries, one of the few unsolved mysteries left of the classic Mortal Kombat games, some of the fans are trying to figure out who is the male model used, who played the great Kung Lao in Kung Lao's ending in Mortal Kombat 2. So, is there a chance that it's Eddie Ferrier? Because I was looking at some photos, and I'm looking at some side-by-sides, and I'm like, I could kind of see it.
I don't know.
Really?
If
Eddie
you
was-
show Eddie Ferrier that photo, that Kung Lao's ending from Mortal Kombat 2, and ask him, hey,
But-
is this you?
But here's the thing. In a Mortal Kombat 2 press kit, they actually showed Eddie Ferrier playtesting MK2 back then, right? And back then he was super young, like super young
Yeah.
looking. Like
Correct.
that guy looks really old, and you'd have to have some like high level makeup effect. I'm not saying that it's not true. I'm just saying I don't know.
Seems like a long shot, doesn't it?
It does, but it's a possibility. I can ask him right now if you guys want me to.
Well, remember,
Facebook.
too, yeah, I think you should.
Yeah, let's do
remember,
Yeah, why not? It
That-
doesn't work for NetherRealm anymore, so
Yeah.
you know,
he's
I don't think he'd be tied up answering.
Well, if you look at that picture of him in Mortal Kombat 2's ending, you'll notice that his face is sort of translucent with a bunch of mountains in the background, which means that could sort of add to his appearance of age. That could add a few years on to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
So I
okay.
think there's a chance that it could be him.
Oh, Jasper's saying Carlos Pazina thinks it's Eddie.
Yeah.
Huh. That's crazy.
Let's see.
We'll have to ask him.
Now, I've heard from other people. I've heard Tony Goski say that it actually came from some kind of reference book, probably from the late 80s or early 90s. So, if that's the case, then there's no way it would be Eddie. But remember, it's just 25 years later. They don't really 100% remember what they did for every little picture used in the game.
Yeah, I just sent the message to Eddie. He's probably like, "Why is he asking me this? It's so random." It's like,
It must suck being working on the MK games
yeah,
because of all the dumb questions that us fans
like
ask.
random people just are like, "Hey, I got a question for you," and they're like, "Okay."
The
They're
quest for total knowledge of Mortal Kombat is
they're-
not an easy road.
Yeah, they're probably in the middle of Walmart trying to buy food or whatever, and they're like, "Ding!" and they pull up their phone. They're like, "Oh, not this shit again."
Yeah, I mean,
Hey,
it's
what's
one
this?
thing if a fan happens to recognize them in the street and just stop them
What's
and
this?
ask them something.
Yeah.
What's this? It looks like Raiden.
Wait.
What is this?
Look, it's Raiden. Wait, on the stream right now?
I'm just saying,
What?
he looks like Raiden.
He has
I
a
don't think-
he has a coolie hat. Ryan, do you have a coolie hat you can show us?
I do. I'm gonna turn the
I know
volume
you
up
do.
on this just in case. Let's see. Oh, it does look like Raiden. I don't think this is Mortal Kombat though.
I don't think so either, but I'm
But
just,
you
I'm
never
just
know.
saying.
Here, give me the yeah. Here we go. If you got a coolie hat, you should wear it. You should wear it right now. Rock the coolie hats. Coolie hat moment.
All right, we need the Raiden emotes. If you've got a Raiden emote, it is time to bust out with it. Oh my God, all of us.
I don't think this is Mortal Kombat, but we're seeing the Raiden hat.
It is not easy to wear all these hats, guys.
No.
You're a man of many hats, Luke.
Boy, isn't that the truth?
Right, there we go.
Isn't that the truth?
Look at me, I'm a latest release game.
No, watch
Hey,
it
listen.
actually be Mortal Kombat.
If Raiden has a friendship in the next game where he just busts out playing music like this, you know where that came from.
That's true. Can't believe we're wearing our Raiden hats, acting like we're gonna see something. Oh, it's from Sony Interactive Entertainment. Well, I don't know. Maybe.
I love their screen. It's so wide.
Okay, guess the game, guys. What do you think this is?
Red Dead 2.
It's the God of Thunder.
We
Cool,
shall
yes.
see.
We're wearing our Raiden hats and hope that this is somehow Mortal Kombat, but I don't know. That's an awful young Raiden, if that's Raiden.
To the teleport.
To the teleport.
Down, down, up.
Down, down, up. Oh, okay.
You know, it's just down up usually, right?
Yeah, Mongol invasion.
Down, up, whatever.
What do you think this game is? Because it's clearly not Mortal Kombat, right?
Right.
Oh, could it be that
Could it be Shaolin Monks 2? Oh no.
No, that game that was on PS3 that was real. What's it called?
Mongol invasion.
Combat King said it's storming outside his
Osama
house.
or something.
He thinks all the,
Asaka or something. I forgot the name of
he
it.
thinks all the Raiden hats summoned a storm outside of his house.
Oh my God, Method Man. Mongolians.
Mongolians.
South Park reference.
Mongolia against Greece.
Wouldn't this be dope if it's an actual story game and it's a prequel to Mortal Kombat and it's one big story? That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it doesn't look like NetherRealm Studios style.
No, it doesn't. But
You know, every artist sort of has their own little, they have their own look and feel to them. It doesn't look like those developers at all.
well, he has a katana sword, so he's definitely a fighter.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the game I'm thinking of. On PS3, it was actually it might have been PS2 even. What's it called, man? We used to sell it all the time. That's it, Onimusha.
Onimusha.
Thank you.
You think so?
That was
There
one
you
I was
go.
thinking of. Rykoth. That was the game I'm thinking of.
Rykoff, you got it, dude.
That was the one I was thinking of.
It's a samurai game.
Well, Luke, you already took your storm hat off, but I think Fatal Cade, you and I, we're going to keep ours on until they're on to the next character. As long as there's a character on screen with a coolie hat, I'm keeping mine on.
I take my hat off in disgust because it's not Mortal Kombat.
Well, my hat's off to you, sir.
How do you know? This could be a prequel.
I can just tell.
Now watch it pop up Mortal Kombat and Luke loses his mind.
Yeah, that could be the Red Dragon clan he's fighting with.
Yeah, the old school Red Dragon.
Wait a minute. I think I have something here in order to celebrate Red Dragon. Let's see where it went.
This has got to be a new IP of some kind. Oh, he just cut off his arm. Fatality. Oh, he just pulled a fatality and he's wearing a coolie hat. Mortal Kombat 11 confirmed.
Oh my god, it's Corey. What was the name of the dragons? There were two dragons.
Jin,
In Armageddon?
you're late.
Oh, Orin and Kara.
Orange. And Kara.
Where's the monk?
Hey, that would have been a good trivia question, what you just asked right
Now
there.
they're torturing him at the temple.
It's ruined now.
Come on.
People still have to know how to spell it.
Well, they just asked for the monk. Could that be the Great Kung Lao?
No way. Come on, this is historical.
Look at Luke. He's like, no way.
We can take them.
It's too historical. Look, it's got leaves blowing in the wind. That's not a netherrealm game.
You know, if they want it to be accurate in the games, they should call it the Great Kung Lao.
That's true. The greatest Kung Lao.
You know, Scott, I don't think there's going to be a statue of Goro because it looks to me like they're in Earthrealm.
Yeah. Definitely Earthrealm. The name of this game is Despacito 2, according to C Busy. C Busy, LOL.
How does he know?
Yeah, but he's LOLing.
Oh. No, that was Scott.
How does
who's
he know?
LOLing.
How does he know? He's an insider. Oh.
Oh, wow.
Outworld just thanked everybody for being here.
Yeah, this is
And,
awesome.
you know, I would like to jump onto that and say, yeah, man, thanks for hanging out with us guys. We don't know what's going to happen. You know, we don't know any more than you. But all we can say is that whatever happens, we're going to find out here tonight, one way or another. And, you know, we're excited to see what's going to happen. Whether there's Mortal Kombat 11, whether there's no Mortal Kombat 11 tonight, and it's some other night at E3, or maybe even post. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, but we're here, and we're watching, and we're going to find out with you, and we're going to react. And if it is, man, we're going to finally figure out what the direction of the next game is going to look like. That is some serious hype right there.
Yes. I don't know. I like this. It goes from Last of Us 2 to this really awesome looking game. I'm probably going to play this game. It looks awesome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it does. Stabs him right through the door.
Run!
Thrusts his sword right through the door into the guy's chest. Yeah, that is some next level stuff.
Mongols win.
They already won.
Oh, here we go.
You betray my family. Your family sucks.
Still, shouldn't betray them.
No, yeah. Not a good idea.
Oh, that's nice.
There is no honor.
That's
You
a nice-
dishonored your family.
That's really nice. You know what bugs me about games? The swords and weapons and clothes, they always look brand new. They're never dirty or got blood on them or, you know.
Yeah,
Everything looks brand new, like they just bought it in a shop.
You'd probably take good care of the sword though, so that's fine if that looks new, I think. But
It
the
looks like it
clothes,
literally just bought at Walmart.
Hear them coming. That's our enemy.
Oh man.
Total MK,
Yeah.
that was as kung fu movie as it got.
Movie has got, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. It was very much like those oh, I forgot the few movies that came out with all the arrows that go, yeah, had a lot of red in it, big time reds. What's the name of that movie? Damn it, Hero.
Hero. Big Hero 6, that's what you're talking about.
Ghost
No,
of
it's just
Tsushima.
Hero.
Ghost of Tsushima. Okay. Not bad, not bad. That's an impressive game. I'm definitely interested in getting that one.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Hey man, if you've got the console, go for it.
This looks like Onimusha.
Oh, what's coming next? Is that a banana?
Banana.
Is he gonna start singing Peanut Butter Jelly Time?
Oh my, oh that. Oh god.
We can hope. Mortal Kombat Rock of Ages.
Mortal Kombat Banana.
Mortal Kombat Ogmort.
I don't know. What's this?
Mortal Kombat Fruit Ninja.
Is it a minion?
Oh my god, Girl with a Gun, Cassie Cage confirmed Mortal Kombat 11.
There's a shift in
Jeez.
there are rules, there are rituals. You
What
could be
this?
traveling deeper.
It's not Mortal Kombat.
Well, that's what we're all really hyped for. Is some Mortal Kombat footage.
Yes.
Fast forward. How do we fast forward?
It's live. We can't. Well, you can. You live in Australia. You're a day ahead of everybody.
It's true.
You already know.
I already know what's coming. Oh, dude.
Banana Raka.
Well,
This
this
is
looks
the way they do. They start big, then they have a few like new IPs after that. They need to
Yep.
keep the interest. Then they have something big again, so
Yep.
people don't get bored in the middle. Then again, more IPs or independent, and then they finish with like a huge bang, which will be Red Dead 2.
Man, look at all that telekinesis going on.
Control. That's the name of the game. Interesting.
Psyops.
Yeah, that's what came to mind actually. Psyops. I remember that game. That was actually made by the Mortal. No, that wasn't made by the MK team.
Yeah, made by Midway,
Yeah, it was made by Midway, but not the actual MK team.
not the MK team. No.
Yeah.
But Scorpion's in the game.
Yeah, they probably made an asset and sent it over to him.
Did my drawer of games. Same with Unreal Tournament 2. It's got Raiden in it or whatever.
Yeah.
2000 or whatever.
It's a PlayStation
But of course.
and a half-eaten pizza. You sure this isn't in my room?
Beer! That's a good idea. Should have drank beer today. Is that pizza? It's the second time I've seen pizza today.
Prismatic 2000. Thank you for hanging out with us. Yeah, if it's bedtime, then it's bedtime.
Yeah.
Sucks that you're gonna go to sleep, and then as soon as you do, they're gonna announce Mortal Kombat 11. But you do what you gotta do.
Yeah, that'd be a bummer if that's the next game announced too. I'd feel bad.
No, but seriously, thanks for hanging out with us. And you know, if you just happen to turn your phone on and still kind of lurk in the stream a little bit right before you fall asleep, maybe you'll catch something. Who knows?
Yeah, see you later, mate. Good call on the Kung Fu movie. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, I'm gonna take my hat off now. We are way past.
That looks out
that.
too.
Oh, zombies.
Hello, dead rat. Stay back, sir. I have this.
I heard someone say zombies, so here I am.
Yeah. What's this? Oh, it's Resident Evil. It's
Oh!
Resident Evil 2 remake.
They did
All right,
good
well I've got the right.
Sorry,
face
don't go
on
big.
this.
Oh, that's
That's too
sick.
Money's in my account.
Hello, Leon.
Always a pleasure.
I love you. But only in 4.
This is the freaking remake.
The Return to Raccoon City.
My
Everyone's
mistake.
clapping. Everyone's wanted that for so long.
Uniform.
It's about
Yeah, I
time.
think
It
a
looks
lot of
awesome.
people are gonna be hyped for this one.
It looks really awesome. I had trouble getting into it though, I gotta be honest. I tried to play it because everyone says how great it is. Maybe I'll
I
just
don't-
play the new one.
I don't think everyone's gonna be as excited as Method Man is, but I
This
think people
is-
are gonna be excited nonetheless.
This is amazing, though, guys. This is.
Oh, Method Man's my moderator from my chat.
Ah, there you
dude.
go.
This is awesome.
Hey, Method Man.
Of course.
If you see one of
Yeah.
those things,
Yeah, it is.
uniform or not.
But we never
He loves RE.
This is awesome. I love me some Resident Evil also.
Oh, listen to that. According to Rio-san, this game that we're watching actually started out as a fan remake. How about that?
Yeah, it did. Capcom are one of the only people who embraced a fan
Nice.
remake. Everyone else went, cease and desist.
Yeah, that's really a shame because some of these fan remakes,
It's really good. Sonic
good.
had one. Even Sonic had one, man.
some of them are so good, they're like an improvement on the original. And like
It looks
that's
awesome.
easy to imagine how a game could be
Oh.
better. It's another thing to actually pull it off.
Oh yeah.
That looks great. Yeah, that'll sell through the roof.
Resident Evil 2.
That's a
Man,
big
listen
one.
to the applause.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a big one.
They've been waiting for that for ages.
Yeah.
Ages.
Yeah, the release date flashed by real fast, but man, that's amazing.
Rick and Morty.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Bathtub Guy. And
What the
Rick and
fuck
Morty.
is
to take some
Rick
looks
and
at this new game I'm going to show you right now. Trover saves the
Oh, okay.
universe.
I'm not. I haven't watched that yet.
Oh, whoa. There's some action platform stuff in this little piece of shit. I'm the Bathtub Guy.
Ah,
Always
more
in the
music.
Bathtub, but, you know, that's not about me right now. It's about this game. Whoa, look at that. That's exciting footage I just saw. Oh, I'm playing it right now. Look at me. I'm a cool cucumber over here playing this cool game.
Raiden wins. Fatality.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God! Somebody call 711 because that's the emergency dial number for this in this weird part of the galaxy. Because this is a sci-fi based thing. Help! He's got electrocuted.
Somebody got electrocuted. Mortal Kombat 11 confirmed.
Shocker.
It's shocking.
Jeez.
Yo ho, a pirate's life for me.
Oh, is this Kingdom Hearts? Oh,
So is that a Rick and Morty thing?
Yeah, it's Rick and Morty.
Got electrocuted.
This is the new Kingdom Hearts, though.
Still, it's a real shame we don't have a bigger ship.
Give us combat.
Mortal Kombat.
Please.
We want.
Oh, Goofy, what are you? It came up in the movie. Oh, this is Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Looks pretty good.
Last time I checked boats, then. Oh, okay. It looked like it was sailing on the sand.
Kingdom Hearts is actually a pretty good game. I enjoy it.
Yeah, I know. People are really into it. I've never really. I'll be honest. I've never really played it.
So I gotta wonder, Total. What are you gonna do if they announce a new Pokemon game?
You back in the organization.
They already have.
Oh, I'm late.
It
to
was
the
called
party.
Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee.
Oh,
It like links up with Pokemon Go. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know
Must
if
be
I can
heaven.
play all three, man. I bought this tablet to play 2 Pokemon Go accounts. This one's on level 40, the maximum level. This one's on 30. Yeah.
Not bad.
I think they could take Pokemon Go and turn it into a Mortal Kombat thing. I honestly do.
Maybe.
I don't know if I want them to.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, dude. Getting out, walking, playing, catching,
Most of
hoping
us.
for the rare one.
Most of us don't like exercise or adventure, though, Luke.
I like exercise, man. When you get old, you need to walk. Remember, I'm older than old guys. I'm an old man.
Maybe she's one of the 7 pure lights.
Let it go! Let it go!
Since they're showing so much right now at such a fast pace, I'm gonna get ready to
Oh,
turn
that's
the
fine.
volume up just in case. Just in case there's an MK11 announcement.
Oh, it's so weird. Oh, look, Disney owns everything now. I keep forgetting.
Disney owns
How can
everything.
Kylo Ren be in Monsters Inc? It's not right.
Wait a minute. Could they put The Simpsons in this?
Does Disney own The Simpsons? That's Fox, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Disney owns Fox now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Then they could, easily.
Alright, so Kingdom Hearts 3. They couldn't show Mortal Kombat after something like Kingdom Hearts.
Scorpion just comes in and just kills everybody.
Yeah.
Spins half. Get over here! Just rips Kylo Ren's emo head right off.
Kingdom Hearts HD Remix.
Looks nice.
Don't scream in my ear if MK11 is revealed. Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm gonna move the microphone all the way over here.
I can't promise or deny anything.
Prepare yourself, just in case.
Oh, it was a 3 package. Sorry, this is delayed. I'm watching on this. Cool.
Yeah, I see the same thing. I'm probably even further delayed than you.
Seven border breaches. The man who delivers. Tears.
It's a Minion kind of humor.
This is not Death Stranding.
Oh yeah.
You have dooms like me.
Get to the Mortal Kombat.
What's your level?
I've got the extinction factor, but I think you got me beat.
You can see them, right?
No, but I can sense them.
Wanna come work for me?
My tablet was just doing something weird. I think it's the stream doing that though.
Hmm.
I can't help you with that. I make deliveries.
Yeah, how many different devices do we all have going at once just to do this, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just easier to watch the press conference on this and talk with this microphone because all
Yep.
the sounds coming out of this at once. It was making me crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
This game has been getting a lot of hype.
Oh, Kojima will kill it. Even if the game's bad, everyone's gonna buy it.
Well,
It won't be bad though.
No, it's made by Hideo Kojima. That guy's a
No,
legend.
the guys. Yeah, I don't know why the GameSpot stream's got all these flashing coloured lines going through it right now. Come on, GameSpot. I always support you guys over IGN. Come on, guys. They always gave better MK content in the old school days. I think that was because Ed's friends with what's his name? He works at Giant Bomb now.
Yeah.
Gerstmann.
Okay.
Um,
Jeff Gerstmann.
Thank you, Jeff Gerstmann. He used to work at GameSpot. They
Right.
were really good friends. And GameSpot used to get better exclusives than IGN on Mortal Kombat. And now I know why. It's because he worked there. Then GameSpot sacked him, which I don't agree with. And Gerstmann started up Giant Bomb.
Dude.
And I remember when he did that E3 Coliseum chat last time, the E3 thing, he didn't say much about Mortal Kombat, but he did a podcast with Jeff Gerstmann, and I was telling everyone to go watch that because he was talking about Mortal Kombat non-stop with him.
Wow.
That's how much they're friends.
Well, you know, I noticed a lot of similarities between the Mortal Kombat content that was on GameSpot and the same type of content that would rematerialize later on Giant Bomb. It was like, wait a minute, is this plagiarism? But now it makes sense. It's the same guy. He's just doing what he knows.
Well, he left GameSpot. They
Right.
fired him because he gave Kane and Lynch 2 a negative review. And Kane and Lynch people had paid all this money. They had this big marketing campaign. They had ads everywhere, and he gave it a negative review, and they fired him.
Wow. Man, I guess
cool.
you got to give positive reviews to
No, you don't.
You spent a lot of
You
money
don't.
on. Jeez.
You don't have to give a positive review if you don't like it, you know.
Right.
Oh, of course. No, I get that.
But I know what you're saying. There's money involved.
If you want to keep your job, apparently that's what you got to do, though. God.
That's what's scary
look,
about
there's-
America. man.
There's invisible.
That can't happen in Australia. Can't
There's
be quiet.
invisible black handprints. Noob Saibot confirmed. Mortal
Noob
Kombat
Saibot
11 confirmed. At the
be
beginning,
smoke.
at the
Shadow.
beginning of this trailer, there was a baby. Babality's Mortal Kombat 11
Reptile.
confirmed.
But you're joking here, but you remember that in Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, that scene where you fought in the Living Forest and there were like random Brothers of the Shadow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Looked very similar to this effect. Of course,
Does,
it's much
actually.
more advanced, 13 years later, but looked similar. Hey, Total MK, I would really like you to link me to that podcast if you can still find it, if it's around, that you were talking about
Yeah, I'll
earlier.
dig it up.
That'd be good.
Didn't I link you to that? Sure I did. I'll find it.
Possible.
Maybe I haven't saved it.
See, now they're just rolling this stuff out. Big titles, they're just rolling them out. So any second, we could see Mortal Kombat 11.
I love the joke though, how anytime anything happens, it's something confirmed for Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah. That's why I'm gonna keep doing it throughout the stream.
Yeah, every little thing is something confirmed.
Watch yourself.
And I'm
Give me your hand in death.
I'm the biggest one out of the MK staff who's always like, it's gotta be MK related. So I'm guilty as charged for that.
Could that be Sub-Zero talking to Scorpion? Give me your hand in death.
Maybe.
No, that's Liu Kang talking to Katana. They're both Revenants.
Yeah.
It's Quan Chi and Shang Tsung talking to Liu Kang.
Give me your hands in flesh. Meat confirmed.
Me confirmed.
No, they're closing in on my position. I have to move before they realize I'm in here.
This guy's getting more work from this than The Walking Dead. Everyone's quitting The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I got an idea.
Did he say the F word? Naughty, naughty.
Naughty, naughty.
I would never do a thing like that.
Yeah. Even though, like, every other word out of your mouth outside of the stream is that.
That's right.
This game does look pretty awesome. I'm loving Hideo Kojima with the futuristic aspects. This looks so awesome. Oh, Babality's confirmed.
Jeez.
Why would you have that thing going? Well, enemy's gonna see you. You're like, hey, I'm over here. Hello. Look at my flashing thing.
Yeah, I know.
It's a bit, literally attracting attention to yourself.
In Gears of War, they had a
pretty-
robot that followed you around, and it was invisible. They had a cloaking device on it.
These
that was
enemies
really cool.
look pretty amazing, though, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
What is that thing on his back? Man, I don't know if there is a word for it. This could be something invented just for the game.
Uh-oh. Noob Cybot wins. Fatality.
Reminds me of something out of Ghostbusters. Never crossed the streets.
Good old Ghostbusters.
A cryptobiotic keeps
Well, it does look good. It looks like a cool game.
Noob Havoc is saying we need animalities in MK11.
Yes.
So weird, Ariko's a baby around. Yeah, it's
you know
weird
the crazy
as.
thing about sorry, you know the crazy thing about the animalities is in MK3 they were sort of just limited to whatever animal footage they could find on laying around. Now they can with CG they can do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
GameSpot, why is your stream screwed?
Well, maybe it's because a lot of people are on it right now.
I'm gonna have to change it. Watch, I've changed it and blame me. I'm not sure if I'm not. Better. I see blackness. Oh, yeah.
Sub-Zero confirmed.
Is this Team Ninja or whatever?
Yeah, this is
It's Dead or Alive.
This is Dead or Alive.
It is Dead or Alive.
Okay, so
They took
I
away
feel
all
like,
the boobs. They took away all the boobs.
I feel like now they're in the fighting game stuff, so now this is where we might see MK.
Hey, that's a really good point. They probably are going to do fighting games back to back.
Hopefully.
I remember, didn't Dead or Alive used to be an Xbox exclusive?
It did.
That is so weird. That's like mind-blowing to see it here at the Sony stream.
Yeah.
It got more popular on Sony because
Oh wait,
it's
no,
always
it's
had
Neo.
like an anime sort of style to it.
It's
you
Neo.
know,
It's
so-
not. It's not Dead or Alive. It's Neo.
Oh, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's Neo?
He's the one.
Oh, Neo. Ni hao. Defy death, just like Scorpion did.
Vampire.
Death defies you.
I have a face for vampires. I want to suck.
I will suck your blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was confused, because, like, Team Ninja and, other logo. Oh, it's
Oh,
a Dark
Spider-Man.
Souls. Spider-Man.
This is going to be a tie-in to the new Spider-Man movie, isn't it?
I'm sure Spider-Man fans will love it, but I've never been a big
Total
Spider-Man.
MK. Now would be a good time to grab that Spider-Man thing you've got. The Sub-Zero picture. It's really Spider-Man based.
Oh. I mean, what picture?
Yeah, guys, if you weren't here in the stream earlier, check this out. This was drawn by Julio from the Kombatpedia. Sub-Zero leaving the Lin Kuei. Sub-Zero no more. It's like
I'm
Spider-Man
Sub-Zero
no more.
no more.
You okay?
Yeah.
Welcome to the park. Just in time for the fireworks.
Oh, we're seeing if there's any MK. I don't know. Time's running down. We got 25 minutes to see if there's going to be an MK announcement.
Well,
I'll head for the main control
yeah.
room and see how bad this
I did say it would, if it's going to happen, it'll
It would
probably
be-
be in the second.
Which would be right around this time, yeah. So we'll see.
I think MKX was towards the end last time.
Yeah, I think it was as well.
Oh, this is going to be a longer trailer than a lot of them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Remember, the press conference can go longer, too,
Yeah.
not just a solid hour.
Well,
Oh,
Spider-Man.
yeah, that's right.
Spider-Man was one of
Bethesda
their
did.
heavily promoted games here too. And this game does.
Bethesda
look
went for an
pretty
hour and a half.
Yeah, well, Spider-Man's a huge property. Huge.
good. Yeah.
Hey, you think... You
It does
think
look like a
Stan
cool game.
will make a cameo in this?
You know what it looks like to me? It looks like Batman Arkham Asylum.
Kind of. Oh.
Couple similarities. Oh, Jesus. Spider-Man, come on. Fighting the Rhino.
Did everyone hate that Spider-Man reboot? I thought it was alright.
I thought it was good.
I didn't like the Rhino part in it, but I thought the movie was, like, fun. Like, everyone seemed to pan it. I think the originals were better.
This is too good to be true.
There was a lot going on. It was pretty busy.
Oh, he said Scorpion. Mortal Kombat 11 confirmed.
Scorpion confirmed.
Oh my god, Scorpion confirmed! I told you guys. I told you.
You know, Spider-Man's got villains like Scorpion and also Chameleon. Another one.
Noob Havoc said Mortal Kombat's next.
Well, okay, I don't know what makes him think it's gonna be the very next game, but it is possible, isn't it?
I guess it is.
Who's Noob Havoc?
I'll keep tracking Electro.
Realistically, all these people he is hitting that aren't superhuman would be dead by now. That's Roger saying that. You know, he might be pulling his punches a little bit. Right, Jonan? He's not necessarily hitting them with all his might.
I wonder why Noob Havoc thinks it's gonna be next.
Combat King agrees with me that the Andrew Garfield movies weren't that bad. He's a good actor, that guy, too.
I don't know. I'm starting to agree with Noob Havoc. I think it's going to be next.
Really?
I'm starting to see it now.
How are you starting to see it?
Well, because what comes after Marvel? DC. But we have no Injustice here, so it's going to be Mortal Kombat, published by DC Comics. QED. Done.
After this, you think I should turn the volume up and see?
I would.
Okay.
I would. Because on a serious note, I do think, like, you know, Disney had their Kingdom Hearts, and now they've got this, and I think after this, it's enough with that, with the Disney properties. I think they are going to move on.
Alright.
I would like that mechanic, though, of J. Jonah Jameson telling you that you've got to get pictures of Spider-Man. So every time
that's
you're in
pretty
battle,
cool.
you have to remember to get pictures.
This is a pretty cool scene. Gotta be honest.
Yeah, it's awesome. This game
Swinging
looks
over
really
the water
good.
like that. Swinging over the water like that looks really cool.
It
Oh,
does.
That looks really cool too.
This trailer never impressed me at first, but that impresses me.
So this game seems like it takes place with the Andrew Garfield movie. Is that right?
Yeah, it does.
I can't believe they're keeping that going, even though in the movies they've already been rebooted. So now Spider-Man takes place with the Avengers.
They're probably already working on it. They didn't want to waste money.
Yeah, game development takes a while. So, do you think Spider-Man is being voiced by Andrew Garfield here?
I'm not sure, actually.
I don't think he is, because I think
so.
Andrew Garfield had a falling out, which is why he wasn't.
Yeah,
in
I
the
think they
movies.
did. Yeah, after 2.
I'm pretty sure it's probably a professional voice actor.
It's one of those things we'll have to find out one day on IMDb or Moby Games or one of those kinds of sites.
You can probably check it right now.
But yeah, I'm telling you, man, this Spider-Man trailer, this is going to be running long. And that makes me think that in order to wrap it up anywhere close to the scheduled ending time, Mortal Kombat has to be coming up very soon. If it's going to happen tonight, it would be basically either right after this or right after the one after this.
Right.
Or they're going to run really long, and I don't know how long they can run.
I don't know.
What's this video game called?
Spider-Man.
It's just called Spider-Man.
They've just been calling
I
it
found it.
Spider-Man. But if there is a subtitle, we'll find out at the end.
The voice actor is Yuri Lowell-Thal.
Oh man, you do not waste any time on your research. You do not make a mental note to do something later. You do it right now. You drop whatever you're doing and you're on it.
I just put it in the chat.
I see it. Thank you.
Yeah, I knew I could get it quick. That's why.
Hey, wait a minute. Fatal Cave.
All right, hang on. I'm turning up the volume. Let's see. See if it's next.
Ellie. I think they should be terrified of you.
You do not hesitate.
I don't know what this is.
It's like a rehash of all the games. Sometimes they show stuff that we haven't seen.
Okay.
It's another Last of Us. Oh no, it's not. It's a recap.
Everyone's like, come on, Mortal Kombat. Come on, Mortal Kombat.
Well, look. Is this the wrap up? Is this the end, or is there going to be an encore? Is Mortal Kombat the encore? Or am I being ridiculous holding up for Lost Hope still?
That was the PlayStation E3 showcase. A lot to
Seems
take
like
in.
it's
There was
over.
a ton of great worldwide studios
Sometimes in
titles.
the
We actually got
middle.
a little more to share here.
Too
Coming right
early
up,
to be
we're going to
early.
have first live gameplay of Marvel's Spider-Man right here. Just a couple of minutes. We have a new game to announce. We have some other stuff to talk about too. What a show!
Oh my
That was a
god.
lot. Gosh.
Top
So they-
highlights, go. Oh.
They said they had a new game to announce. You guys hear
I
that?
heard that.
So could that be Mortal Kombat 11? That's got to be it if it's going to be.
Well,
announced.
listen. I don't think we can close out of this just yet. I think we've got to give them a chance.
Yeah, I'm not closing out. You want me to turn the volume back up?
If you want.
Okay.
He said we have a new game to announce.
They
And I
did
was
say
like,
that, yes.
I'm not really sure I know what this is. And then as soon as he turned his head, I was like,
Yeah, it's not over yet.
Oh, so good.
RE4
No, it's not.
style over-the-shoulder
Yes.
camera action. It's kind of like the ultimate dream if they were going to remake Resident Evil 2. That's what I would want. So awesome stuff,
Yeah,
Ryan.
nice and gory.
Yeah,
As Meredith said backstage, Death Stranding. We now have
Everything
more
they
questions.
announced, was it all
Yes.
Sony
Yes.
first party?
It looks as if, I mean, I don't want to make any promises, but it looks as if we were getting
I
kind
don't
of an
think
allusion
so.
to a lot of gameplay in
Yeah.
there and kind of what the character
Do you know
is
what I
going
mean?
to be doing in
Like,
this
everything they announced
very
was first party
unusual
Sony,
world
right?
that isn't happening
Yeah.
by some
No.
very unusual and scary things.
No, not all
And
the
people
Marvel and the
consume
Disney stuff.
strange and unusual.
Strange,
well,
Oh, okay,
yeah,
alright.
that was.
Oh, yeah, Death Stranding
continue
wasn't.
to be a
Yeah,
theme.
and Kingdom Hearts would be on Xbox too, I
And
believe.
Kingdom
We're gonna
Hearts,
find
yeah.
out there, but yeah.
Okay.
So a ton of great stuff in the show overall. I mean, Neo 2.
Oh,
that
I
was
don't
a
like
crowd
this
pleaser.
segment.
That
What
was
are they
fun. It was
talking about?
Great to see get out
I
there.
don't
Got
know.
an update on Kingdom Hearts 3. We got a lot of other great stuff. We had a new Remedy game.
Oh, I'm
Remedy
getting a bad
Control.
feeling.
Really stylish trailer. Really looking to just. I want to learn
Take another
more
hit of
about
Pepsi.
that one. I mean, it just looks like Wizards.
I don't think it's it,
don't know what-
Method Man. I think this is some filler thing that they put
I would
in.
expect no less from Remedy. But I got to say, I think my favorite was Marvel Spider-Man.
Spider-Man looked in. That looked
That was incredible. We have these legendary villains are back. We had Rhino, Electro, Vulture. I'm missing some. Who else were there? I mean, just one after another.
Oh, it could be Superman. That's right. Lone Wolf pointed that
It
out.
was pretty rough.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to see live gameplay of that in just a minute
Mhm.
or two here.
Guys, besides this conference, what was your favorite thing you've seen so far at E3?
Okay, do it.
Last of Us 2.
Resident
without a
Evil
doubt.
2.
keep going.
Resident Evil
So you
2.
guys know FromSoft.
I'm excited about, this wasn't on tonight's stream, but I'm excited about the idea of DLC and Cuphead. I think that's pretty cool.
VR game. Oh, VR.
Sorry, I gotta take Last of Us over Resident Evil.
Yeah, fair enough.
Do you think we should? You think we should go live and cover the WB press conference too?
Right now.
Yeah, because what if something happens there? And
Is
we
that
missed out
tomorrow?
on it. It's tomorrow. If you can't make it, let us know. We can have.
Tomorrow I can do, but anything later than that is in my work week.
There's actually 2 more WB conferences. There's going to be a WB conference tomorrow, and there's going to be one after that. And remember this: even if they announce MK11 tonight, right now, in the next 10 minutes or whatever, there could still be more Mortal Kombat stuff coming tomorrow. So we may want to stream all 3 days. Guys, if you're up to the challenge, join us here on Twitch. We'll be here if you are.
They're announcing a new game. It's not Mortal Kombat though.
We'll definitely be streaming. So, Tabmock, if you want to get the times for the WB conference and get that all set up and promote that, I'm down to stream it, hands down.
Okay.
And if I can be here, I'll be here.
I just feel like it's wonky of them to not announce it during a big press conference. You know what I mean? It's just like MK's so big and it's their 25th year anniversary. Why wouldn't they want to be on the biggest stage possible for that?
We'll find out.
The only reason I don't show it is if they're not ready.
Maybe, or if Warner Brothers says no, we want to save it for our show, which would be a
No,
total
They
WB
wouldn't.
move.
Their shows a drop in the ocean.
Yeah, but it's
E3
WB.
makes a big splash, you know.
It is WB.
But listen,
I know what you're saying.
hey, that might be the case because they may decide they want to build theirs up bigger and better than ever. And if they do Mortal Kombat at their show this year, then they'll get more coverage at their show next E3. That could be their long-term strategy.
I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled that. And that's why they're telling Ed to be quiet.
Let's all
Right.
tweet Ed now. Where's the announcement?
Well, listen, tomorrow at 4:30 Central, 5:30 Eastern, there will be a W Game Stage show. And the next day at 6:30 at night, 7:30 Eastern, Warner Brothers will do another thing. So there's 2 more
Whereabouts is that?
that we want to tune into.
Brian, Adam, gentlemen. Hey, how you doing?
What time is that in LA?
First of all, thank you guys for giving us your time.
Of course. Happy to be here.
In LA time, let me pull that back
I
up.
think it's 8:16.
Tuesday it'll be 2:30. Okay, that's how would you think of that? 14:30
It's nice.
and
Be here, and obviously we showed you people wanted villains, so we decided
16:30 on Wednesday.
And the next question
16:30 Wednesday.
can we play the open
Yep.
world? And
I'm working.
get a show off the, That's right.
Wednesday's Thursday for me. I work Thursday.
Let's dive in. What are we talking about?
Okay.
Get in there.
Okay, not a problem. We will do our thing.
Unless it's I gotta work it out properly. Unless it's like 2 a.m. before 9 a.m.
So the game is, you know, a lot of people
Oh
like,
man, time differences. Gotta love it.
was that like
Gotta love it.
No. No, I don't have to love it. I hate it. It's annoying.
See, everybody thought there was going to be an MK11 announcement.
There still might be. They said there's another game.
They did.
You can just swing around
Where is it?
New York City and have fun.
Mortal Kombat
Look.
11.
Should we just tweet to Ed, where is it?
Historically, Mortal Kombat has been a big thing at E3, right? So it seems reasonable for us to be.
It does, and honestly, I think it's really interesting that Ed Boon has not tweeted in the last 22 hours during E3. That's weird.
Yeah, Ed Boon has maintained radio silence. I have not seen that from him in a long time.
During E3.
Yeah.
I mean, he's never offline for more than 24 hours in general, and here's E3 on the Sony press conference, silence.
An opportunity to experience that. So, you know, obviously it's a big narrative-driven experience, but at the same time, a part of that superhero fantasy, especially that Spider-Man experience, is living within New York City and seeing that. So, you know, Adam is one of He's one of our combat pro players.
What could the silence
he's a
mean?
combat designer, and,
Now instead of just overanalyzing every little thing he says, now it's time to overanalyze everything he doesn't say.
Right.
What is going on with Ed?
Show off the
I don't
improvisation
know.
that we've really been talking about a lot.
I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
20. Like Fred is saying in the chat, 24 hours of silence.
I
Yeah.
think the thing that's been really fun in these
Like, what can you say about that? He's saying nothing.
we got back from the holiday break was
But you know what he's doing? He's letting the Mortal Kombat fans work themselves up into a frenzy.
Wow, guys, I
Yeah.
didn't know you could do that. So I think there's a lot of that. There's that sandbox nature to it as well. So I mean, obviously you can, we're going to teach you mechanics, but we want you to experiment with, his acrobatics, his webs, his gadgets, his suit powers. So combining all that stuff really allows for a lot of different gameplay and a lot of, Spider-Man's a very expressive character. We want players to be able to express that, whether it's in traversal or in combat.
It's gorgeous.
These animations are just blowing my mind.
Your studio has kind of been renowned for character animation and for just fluid motion. I mean, did you guys take a lot of lessons from your previous games and really like hone in on those when you were doing
I can't believe they're still waiting to do one last reveal after the Sony conference.
I feel like Mortal Kombat would that might be a little too big for MK's britches to do that.
Really?
You know what I mean? Like, and not to put down MK, but like that would be that'd be a huge honor.
Well,
did something like
I haven't
that.
seen a Crash Bandicoot game.
Injected our kind of our
That's true.
personality, but also, what do people want, desire from the Spider-Man experience? So, what's really great is I remember, probably around end of the year.
Every time I hear them say the word combat, my ears perk up.
Yeah, I know, me too.
And they said they want to feel like an Insomniac game. So I think that's the thing we've been really layering on in this last year is to have that. It feels like an Insomniac game as much as it does a Spider-Man game.
And I love this traversal. I mean, just the fluidity of just moving over great distances very quickly. It looks like a lot of fun just moving around, and that's when you know you've got a great game.
Okay.
E3 starts tomorrow, right?
So you know how it kind of says like experimenting.
It hasn't started. These are just press conferences, right?
Right, but that's usually when they announce it.
Meetings a lot, and then sometimes you think like
Usually.
All right, let's read Freysol's comment because it's all in red, so it really gets my attention.
But MK9 was.
He says, "Guys, I love this new setup and the gimmick. I am fortunate to have this time with you guys.
Aw.
Thank you, Fred. Thank you for hanging out here.
We're fortunate
Thank you
to
to
have
everybody
you.
who's in the chat right now.
Yeah, we're fortunate to have Fraisel, man. He's a good dude. He's a
Yeah,
good
yeah,
guy.
man. It was really fun hanging with Fraisel in Chicagoland.
Oh, dude, yeah, he's a great guy.
And he gave me a Pokemon Go pack.
He was in the Mortal Kombat tour, Chicago tour video.
Yeah, Freysol, you got me a lot of cool stuff too, man.
Yeah, he got me some really nice stuff.
I got a nice stylus, a nice decal.
Yeah, super awesome guy.
Yeah, so the focus meters are basically
Maybe they're just gonna, was it last year or the year before when they announced they had Shadow of Mordor at the Warner's booth? They had Shadow of Mordor. No, that was MKX. They had MKX, Shadow of Mordor. Oh no, 2 other games at the Warner booth. It was kind of a big deal, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe they're just gonna do it at E3. They did MK9 like that. There was no press conference announced.
Yeah, but they still showed it in the that's where it was kind of announced, was during Sony's presser in the recap video. They showed just a couple scenes of it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
It
right.
was Kung Lao
You're
slicing Reptile in half with the hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is very specific that you remember. You can recall that. Nice job, Fatal Cage.
I've got
Fatal
some,
Cage coming in
Yeah, it was a
with
quick-
the E3 reveal
yeah, it was a
history
quick
of
snip.
Mortal Kombat.
I got
Knows
some.
exactly how it
Even
went
I
down.
forgot. I was there, man.
Yeah, yeah. Dude,
I was there.
Between the 3 of us, we remember things. It takes 3 of us, but we can remember stuff pretty good.
Yep.
Like this guy right here. Like Adam, and really going, okay, kind of.
And you know what? Let me read another fan comment here. Osaka Kingu says, "All this Mortal Kombat has me hyped. Even if we don't get it tonight, I'm gonna play MK Trilogy later on."
There you
I said,
go.
"Get ready, dude. We all have our favorite Mortal Kombat games. Go back and enjoy some of the classics.
Absolutely.
It's not only about the next Mortal Kombat game that's not even out yet. go back and remember what made Mortal Kombat great in the first place.
I comment on trilogy.
Oh god, trilogy. Here we go, the war of trilogy between Tabnock and Total.
Some people love it.
It's okay
some
if you like
people hate it.
trilogy.
Total.
We
It's
all
a
have our own.
shit
I
game.
like MK1 the most. You know, so
Total's like, it's a
I'm a
shit
fan of
game.
2.
And Tabnock's like, it's awesome.
And I can
Man, we're
just see
seeing
that.
so
I
much.
can see that polish, though. That's the thing, and that's what comes out in that final few months of development.
So I'm gonna ask you, Justin, which MK game do you hate the most?
Special Forces.
Yeah.
That's a cop out.
I thought so.
That's a cop out.
All right.
Okay, what
all right,
about not
cop
Special
out,
Forces
fine.
included?
Mortal Kombat Advance.
What about a not port?
There's a certain level of politics people expect from a PlayStation game.
It's rough, isn't it?
You mean like out of all the arcade games?
Out of all the main series games and the side adventure games, not just a port of one.
May I just ask
Well,
quickly,
Special Forces is a side adventure game.
Yeah, I know you're not going to say Sub-Zero because we both like Sub-Zero. We're agreed on
Yeah.
that, right?
No, Sub-Zero has so many cool things.
Yeah. I know you're not going to say that, but let's just
Epic
ignore the
elements.
side games and the
So
ports.
you got Andy Kudelka to post the map of elements onto Twitter. Dude, that was huge. That meant so much to so many fans.
Yeah.
That was
awesome.
great.
I'm guessing you're going to say your second one would be MKDC, right?
No, you might think that, but I will say this: for gameplay, Mortal Kombat X drove me nuts. I was infuriated with the variation system, and I hope they do away with that in Mortal Kombat 11. It's not like the fighting styles from the 3D era. With Mortal Kombat X, it was kind of like each variation, your hands are tied behind your back. You know, like Raiden can't do his teleport in 2 of his variations.
Yeah.
That's my favorite move.
It
So
made me crazy too. Actually, you just brought up something I want to ask you. Because
Yeah.
people ask me this all the time, so I want to ask you this.
Yeah, go ahead. What's up?
So in Injustice 2, we had the gear system, right? Where you earn all the gear pieces, and the gear pieces give you certain, you know, percent advantages. Like you might do a bit more damage with this sword instead of this sword or whatever. Are you down for the gear system? And if yes, do you just want it to be cosmetic where it's just looks? Or are you okay with it having those advantages where like this sword does more damage than this sword?
Yeah, the gear system, that gets pretty complicated, doesn't it? I don't know if I want anything that complicated in my Mortal Kombat. To be honest, one thing that makes Mortal Kombat great is that you can just pick it up and start playing. The second you get into it, where players who have been playing for months on end, all of a sudden will school a noob, I don't like that idea. I mean, I really, think about it. If you were great in Mortal Kombat 2, no matter how many months you were playing, your experience is what made you a good player. Not as a reward that you picked up. I mean, and technically, can't that stuff be transferred between accounts? Can't you like buy it and sell it to other people? I really don't think I want that in Mortal Kombat. I think in Injustice, let them test out things like that. But Mortal Kombat, I want it kept a little bit more pure. I want it more clean. I like the idea that your skills make you the winner, not something that you bought, not something that you pay to win.
Yep, and I'll say this too. I streamed Injustice for 12 hours when it came out. All Sub-Zero gameplay. And I never got... I saw a YouTube video of a guy who was in some special group or something, so he got... Because he was good at the game, he got all the epic gear because he was in some group that was real popular, some like group of players, like on the online thing. And so he got all the epic gear straight away. I played for 12 hours and I got none of the epic gear. And that had the classic Sub-Zero, like MK1, MK2, MK3.
Yeah.
And like, that's what I wanted. I just wanted to check out the skins. And I played for 12 hours and I got nothing.
And was
nothing. I didn't even get like the head or the arm or the sword. I got nothing. Zero. And every time I play it, I still don't get Sub-Zero stuff. Classic. I've got nothing.
And that's like a punishment for not having played the game that much for the season one. Yeah, see, that stuff just, it's like, alright, I'll just tune out. I'll wait till the next Mortal Kombat game then. I guess I'll skip Injustice.
Yeah, see, I don't mind having a gear system, but I think it was just too far in Injustice. Too much.
Yeah.
It's punishing people to the point that it's not
We have
fun.
to keep playing. Yeah.
It's not fun to get punished like that.
No, it's not, because it's infuriating when you want to get the classic the classic skins.
Yeah, you could even outskill your opponent and still lose.
That must all be very difficult, I can only assume.
Right.
It is an orchestra, you know, like it's got to take all these elements.
Right. I mean, look, what got me into Mortal Kombat was it's just 2 players, one-on-one, man-to-man, hand-to-hand.
Hand-to-hand.
Just like my daddy taught me.
But what I saw up there was not bad.
Very awesome people working on
That's
I can
right.
see his guts and everything. Oh, man.
Yeah, so then he freezes this guy, right? And then he explodes. I could see his guts and everything. Almost lost my lunch.
And I know that authenticity is something that's tremendously important to
Noob Havoc just said in the chat that you know him as Aero Macro on Twitter.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, and you know what? I think I saw you on Twitter asking me, like, hey, wait a minute, you guys are going to stream an hour beforehand. Why? And it's like, well, so that we can all talk about Mortal Kombat, so that we can all say what our hopes and dreams and expectations are, so that we can share with each other the excitement for the possibility of Mortal Kombat 11. Or not. We talk about how we're going to handle it if it doesn't happen.
Right.
You know, that's cool too.
Right.
And to just... And there's always news. There's always like a little bit of mini news going on. You know what I mean? So I think it was good that we had time to just kind of relax, shoot the breeze, get to know each other a little bit better before we go into watching the stream together.
And take a look at some really good games that are coming out.
I'm laughing because on Ryo, Sen is saying, Ed, if you're listening, please, no MK Battle Royale. You know what's coming, dude.
Yeah.
MK11 BR.
You know, first of all, you know that Ed is watching
Shang Tsung's Island, 100 Mortal Kombat characters, 1 survivor. MKBR Battle Royale. Coming. Fall 2019. This product is not yet ready.
Remember, E3 is a 3-day event. This is just day 1. Now think back. Fatal Page.
It's not even day 1.
In the past, at least back in my day, I do remember seeing Mortal Kombat as a playable game for all 3 days. But what about some of the more recent games? How does Warner Brothers handle those releases? Oh, was it always on day 1?
So great to have you guys here. We do have a few more things to
Well,
get to, right, Sid?
in 2010, I just ran over to the booth and there it was, Mortal Kombat. Other than that little snippet that Ryan mentioned, that was the only thing. Did they even mention it by title?
Nope.
Do you remember?
Nope.
They just showed the snippet, yeah, and everyone was like, "Oh, Mortal Kombat." Yeah, so they didn't even really like announce it. It was in a montage trailer.
It was,
and then
it
you
was
just
a
had to
little
go to the
stealth.
booth, and there it was.
Right.
But you know,
Right,
since then,
okay.
the climate's changed in the way they do things. You know, everyone wants exclusives. Sony wants exclusives. Xbox wants exclusives. You know, that's why Xbox loves going world premiere all the time. You know.
Yep.
So
Definitely. Yeah.
I don't know. They could still announce it. Maybe they just didn't want it at Sony's event. Maybe they didn't want it at Xbox's, and maybe they didn't want it at Nintendo's. Has Nintendo had their event yet?
Well, technically, it's run past the time that this stream was supposed to end, right? Like, they were supposed to wrap up the Sony E3 presser by now. So it's going on a little long.
Yeah.
Do you think there's still good a chance for any Mortal Kombat news, or do you think we should wrap things up?
I think there's always a chance. But I don't know.
I've sort of taken my headphones out. I kind of tuned out a little bit. I'm not really.
I think there's a chance just for the fact that Ed has not tweeted at all in the last 24 hours, which is super weird.
It is weird.
That is not like Ed Boon.
We had no idea what they were going to be shown with the
No.
Sorry, that is not.
No, Ed Boon is, he's very responsive. He's always chiming in with his thoughts. He loves talking about things like other franchises. He's commenting on Spider-Man, commenting on Infinity War, commenting on Star Wars. He definitely makes his opinions known, even when they're unpopular opinions. He has no problem putting it out there. So yeah, for him to be silent for the last 24 hours,
it's eerie. Makes me feel like something's coming.
It's definitely going to get people talking. That's for sure.
Cleanser in between each of those, and it kind of kept everybody on their toes. But
I'm just checking some of the press sites and seeing if the Sony stuff's already up.
This is something that is, well, quite frankly, it's absolutely astonishing.
Okay, so I mean, we're showing this at E3. It's so exciting for us. We're demoing it on the show floor. We've got press.
I'm just typing an answer to some of the chats.
Hey, you guys don't think that the NetherRealm team is working on the new Hitman game, do you?
No.
No.
What if they were?
What makes you say that?
Well, for example,
WB is doing it, but NetherRealm.
I won't name anybody, right? I won't name anybody, but somebody that I know that used to work at NetherRealm told me that they actually helped develop Fear 3.
I don't think anyone knows about this.
That's right. That's right. I do remember you saying that. So
these guys are capable of anything.
I guess they do.
Oh yeah, they definitely are.
Team members around a little bit, don't they?
I mean, could it be a possibility?
Very doubtful, though.
I mean, Hitman's a big series. It's a big IP by Square Enix, and Square Enix handed it to WB, who's WB's most talented studio. I know we're all biased, but let's be honest. It's NetherRealm. It's NetherRealm. Hands down, right? Hands down. So
I'm not going to disagree with you.
This week at E3, where we create gameplay for a whole level in like 20 minutes, including.
It's possible. I think it's a bit far though.
You know what weirds me
Definitely
out?
possible.
They didn't show any Hitman footage, did they?
No?
No, there was no Hitman.
Not during this press conference, but during Microsoft either, was there?
Remember, E3 has not started. It has not started at all. This is a press conference.
Yeah, tomorrow's really the first day, isn't it?
Tomorrow's the first day. E3 has not started. You know, I had an argument. I was playing Pokemon a few days ago with a girl. We were all at this raid, and she starts screaming at me on Sunday. It started today! It started today! And I'm like, you don't know what you're fucking talking about. She's screaming at me. It was on Facebook. It was on Facebook. I'm like, those are press conferences. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Indeed.
You know, so remember, E3 has not started. The show itself has not started.
That's true.
You know, not everybody knows the ins and outs of the gaming industry the way we at Mortal Kombat
I told her nicely that those are press conferences, and she was screaming at me that it had started on Sunday. And I'm like,
but, you know,
E3 starts Tuesday.
The louder someone gets, the more likely it is that they're right. Remember that.
Yeah.
That's no, true. I just walked over and went, here's the date, just so you know, in front of everybody. And they went, oh.
Boom. Drop that mic.
That's right.
I dropped that mic hard.
Yep.
I'll say it again about Dreams. In my maybe 20 years of being in the industry.
Yep, people are dropping like flies. People have been with us for hours. Guys, thank you for being here. My voice is from doing all this yelling at this.
If you want to ask any questions, shoot them in the chat if you're still here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anybody who's still here, what do you think, Ryan? Should we turn on the Mortal Kombat quiz bot for those who still want to participate?
We'll turn on the quiz bot, but we'll keep the stream loud so people can hear just in case.
Don't worry, I'll let you know.
You never know with these things, man. You never,
Adam
never
Ronan.
know.
Adam Ronan, just so you know, we here at Mortal Kombat Online, we're not sad. Okay, so there's no Mortal Kombat 11 tonight. It'll be here eventually. What's the rush? 5 years from now, 10 years from now, when we're all playing a different Mortal Kombat game, we're not going to care whether Mortal Kombat 11 is released or not. It's not going to matter one or the other.
We're probably honestly going to be looking back at this and think, wow, that was so much fun and kind of funny at the same time. And we're going to be joking about how we tried to figure everything out.
Dude, wait a minute. I want to say this. That's amazing that you adjusted the sensitivity of the spelling on the bot.
Yeah.
Because I saw someone got the answer right. Goro's father is named Gorbat. And he missed the A and he got it with an O instead. Still gave it to him. That's cool.
Yep.
We did those earlier.
Yep.
We did. We had
I was able to make some changes on the fly, you know.
And we had some great stuff.
Dude, and these guys are sharp, man. You guys know your MK trivia.
These guys are. They're making it tough to come up with questions. Oh, PlayStation VR is being shown.
Can I really come up with a question that no one can answer? I really want to?
We could.
I don't want every question to be that tough. Trust me. Yeah. Okay, Lone Wolf is the only one answering trivia questions. I think he's gonna kill it now.
Uh-oh.
No, Lone Wolf and Uncle Cranky are gonna be neck and neck. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens.
If the guys who won the trivia, though, if they left, they're not gonna get a chance to get the Raiden hat.
Well, you got to be in it to win it.
You do.
They're showing a recap trailer.
People do not know Johnny Cage's pre-production name.
Oh.
Fatal Cage, you probably wrote this question.
I did.
I probably took this question and like turned it into 10 more. But this one came from you.
Yes, but there's actually before like pre-production when they were still coming up with who Danny was gonna play, it was a whole different character.
I know.
And I never knew that until Danny Pacina himself told me, and I was like, oh.
It's great that the guys get
They're showing a trailer. They didn't show this before. Doom.
Yeah.
It's like a montage.
Yeah, this is all PlayStation VR though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying MK could pop in there.
Yeah, I'm kind of halfway tuned into it just in case something pops up.
Yeah, I'm watching.
I got my eye on it. I'll let you know.
I've got my eye on the quiz because I can't get enough of seeing people answer these trivia questions. We've got one that not a whole lot of people know. But guys, if you read the MK3 Collector's Edition book, if you got the Ultimate Guide to Mortal Kombat CD-ROM, you'll have seen the answers to some of these. Hey, it's not adding any more hints there, Fatal Cage. Why is that?
I don't know. That's weird. Must be a glitch.
You see how it keeps going, but then it doesn't actually...
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I gotta skip the question.
I wanted to try and help people out, but, you know.
Oh. The correct answer was Michael Grimm.
Not just a taste of
there you
what
go.
is coming to
Michael
PlayStation
Grimm
VR,
was Johnny Cage's pre-production name.
really quickly,
So there it is for everyone.
Rise to Power, boxing game using 2 moves on VR. One of the most intoxicating experiences I've had in VR.
Oh,
It almost felt like boxing is like the perfect fit for the VR medium because you got the leaning, you can.
Oh, it's a VR trailer.
I'm gonna
Didn't see that.
I was in danger for a second. I have to give a quick shout out to Bathtub Guy.
Which character was left out of the Game Gear port of Mortal Kombat 1?
I hope that 711 gets done really quickly.
Squanch.
Oh, I think some people are on a serious lag. Traceall is like a question behind.
Yeah.
They did.
Every 20 seconds.
Oh, that sucks. I'm gonna tell him, Traceall.
The venue we've got here, it takes an army practically to create.
You might want to refresh, buddy.
Want to talk a little bit about that?
Okay. He says I got it.
Just show it. We have a great video that shows how it was all put together.
Now we're gonna look super hard to see if we see a Mortal Kombat poster while they're setting everything up, because it's a speedrun video. We're gonna like look really closely, see if we see Ed Boon walking around in the background somewhere.
There you go, man.
I'll tell you one thing. One thing I should mention. The day before E3 started, 2010. I think it was the day before. I walked in to get my pass, and they had the Mortal Kombat banner up.
Yeah.
The day before it started. So
I'm watching this quiz, man. I'm watching how these guys are doing.
You then.
But really, Toyota.
Just a really cool look.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to E3 on Twitch 2018. That was the Sony press conference.
Oh, the Sony conference is over. Well, I think the game plan, guys, is where do we go from here, right? There was no Mortal Kombat announcement, nothing from NetherRealm Studios, so where do we go from here?
Yeah.
Even Dabbox, like, I don't get it. Like it's.
No, I'm thinking, what if I can't make tomorrow's? You know, we'll have to. You might have to find a replacement for me. I may not be able to make it tomorrow.
You'll be able to make it. We'll figure it out one way or another.
No, I'm serious. I really might not.
Oh, well, if you can't, then I'll just get creative. It's fine. But I don't know. Like I have this sinking feeling that if it wasn't announced during any of the Microsoft, Nintendo, or Sony conferences, that it's just not in existence at the moment. So.
But the other possibility is that Warner Brothers wants to build their brand up a little bit more and make their booth a destination of sorts. So
that's true.
don't discount that possibility.
That is true. That is very, very true. If you can get the times for me translated to Chicago time, that'd be great.
Yes, we'll be in touch.
And then that way I'll just go live and we'll just cover all of it and we'll do our very best to make sure that we get through everything as thoroughly as possible. Nonetheless, yeah, am I bummed we didn't see anything from NetherRealm? Absolutely. But did we see some pretty cool games or what? I mean, like this game here with the that we saw with the Feudal Japan game, that looked insane. I really want to get my hands on that. Resident Evil 2, that was dope. Like, there were a lot of cool things for sure that we got to see. So, you know, I wouldn't say it's a total loss by any stretch of the means. I just wish that NetherRealm had something special. If they don't have anything at E3, I mean, that would mean that we know for a fact they're not going to announce a game anywhere else. I mean, E3 is the big daddy of them all. That's where they want to announce their game, right? So
that WB Games Live thing, it was just Hitman. That's it.
That's it.
I'm shocked
all it was
at how fast some of these guys are answering the trivia questions. Some of these guys really know their Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. But I'm wondering.
So that's all that live thing was for. Is that it?
Yep.
I say what?
You got the same face I made when I saw it.
What kind of creature can be seen flying around in the Combat Tomb stage? Now everyone doesn't know what to call it. Okay, here we go. Someone's calling it a pteranodon, a bat, a dragon, a witch. Vulture. Oh man, this is okay.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
People are going to be learning the name of that. The bird from Twitter, Scott. That's a nice little reference to the MK Online 10,000th tweet. Where was the bird from Twitter? And
did you guys see that? Did you guys just see the tweet from Kat Gunn?
What tweet?
She tweeted, "Dear Mr. Noob D, I'm not big on making threats unless Sub-Zero is involved, but if we don't get MK11 at the Sony press conference, I'm afraid things may get a little toasty for you. All the best, Scorpion." And she cosplayed as Scorpion.
Oh boy.
It looks awesome.
That's awesome.
Hey, you should
Can you throw the photo up?
Retweet that. Yeah, retweet that for me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth a like and a retweet.
But here's the thing,
Now,
guys.
I've got my eyes glued to this quiz because I love seeing what do Mortal Kombat fans know, what do Mortal Kombat fans not know.
Right.
This is interesting to me.
Ryan D's tweet: "No MK11 reveal at E3. You ruined Christmas, Noob D."
Look at this. Uncle Cranky busts out with the right answer. Blind G. Some of these guys remember the 2002 coverage of Deadly Alliance before the game was finalized.
Wow. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I retweeted that, by the way.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
I'm going to retweet that as well.
Yeah, remember,
Can
guys.
you throw it up on the stream or not? The cosplay's pretty cool.
No,
In
I'm
this
not able to throw it
question,
up there.
Okay,
remember,
no
guys,
worries.
in this question, they're asking about the name of not only Jackson's partner, but also the name of a member of the Mortal Kombat development team. So this is a name that doubles as both. Anybody who's read the Mortal Kombat 2 comic will probably remember it.
That's great. I don't know if anyone's going to get this one, Tab Mod.
Well, it's in the MK2 comic.
It is. Oh!
You can't throw it up on the stream, but I can.
Oh, yes.
True. That's true. That's nice.
Cool cosplay.
Yeah, she's an awesome cosplayer.
I approve.
Much approved.
Well, I'm gonna head over to your Twitter and retweet that.
As you should. I already retweeted it.
And click on the draw.
I'm disappointed. Where's my Mortal Kombat?
looks like a guy who just got a bunch of coal for Christmas.
It's like when you really wanted that certain thing and you asked your parents for it.
And they're like, no.
And they're like, we'll see. And then you open it and you think it's going to be it. And it's not it. It's a pair of socks.
It's a pair of socks. You just compared the C3 to a pair of socks.
Thanks.
Oh, cruel, but good word use.
Hey, at least we did see some other cool games.
Yeah, we did. We saw Resident Evil 2. We saw that, I forget what it's called already. But the game looked awesome. The one set in feudal Japan. I definitely want to get that.
Where's Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, I know.
Where is it?
This is the thing that weirds me out. And just hear me out. Because I know you're probably over it, Tablock. But hear me out. Hear me out. Honestly, right? If they don't announce Mortal Kombat at all during E3, do you think it's because I would think it's because something changed in their development cycle. Like that they're working on, it still very well could be Mortal Kombat. But it's like they're going to change a lot of stuff. Like the whole system they used is like scrapped and they're starting over. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, because they're not using the same engine as before, so there's a higher learning curve.
Maybe.
Or it could be because they want to take their time and they want to, if it's not ready by E3, it's because they really want to polish it and make it better than ever. I mean, look at how much new complexity they introduce into each game. Each iteration of the game, they add some new element. It gets crazier and crazier. Last time, like I said, with the variation system, each character was like really 3 characters.
Right.
We saw that the most with like Triborg. He was like the most extreme example of that. But really, if they do something like that again, and they want more characters than MKX had, that's like a never-ending job.
Yeah.
I will add something. One of the press sites I look on for assets, I looked to see if Warner Brothers were listed last night, and they weren't. Warner Brothers weren't listed. And they used to list everyone before the show, and I think the way they changed the site, they changed the way they do it. And as soon as there are announcements, they then appeared on the list. I just looked now, and Warner Brothers is now on the list with Hitman 2 listed.
Huh.
Yeah, you can keep an eye on this stuff.
Well, you have to. You have to, man.
But here's the thing: they wouldn't go to E3 for just one title. They wouldn't. No way.
No, they wouldn't. I mean, Hitman's a big name, but then again, you'd think they especially with the 25th year anniversary of Mortal Kombat, you'd think they have something.
Is this Warner Brothers thing tomorrow?
Yeah, I think it is.
Or is it later than tomorrow?
Pretty sure it's tomorrow, isn't it, Tabmark? The Warner Brothers press conference.
There's one tomorrow and there's another one the next day, but it's not. I don't think it's a Warner Brothers press conference as much as it is a stage show with multiple companies, including Warner Brothers.
But is it from E3?
Yeah, it's a stage show. It's got to be.
I reckon it's going to be tomorrow.
It
It's the first day of E3.
It very well could be.
It's got to be.
I mean,
yeah, I was talking to somebody who said if it's not out by tonight, then it's not happening at all. I don't know how true that is. Even if that's true historically, you can't always go by that because you know things change.
Yeah, and Warner Brothers
didn't have a Warner Brothers press show last
Warner
time.
Brothers is really trying to make Mortal Kombat their own too. I mean, little by little by little, right? So, I mean, unpopular topic, but true. Like, let's take Kombat Con for example, right? When MK9 came out, Kombat Con was no problem. No one cared about it. After MKX release, suddenly WB didn't really care for Kombat Con. So it makes you wonder, like, are these things kind of, is Warner Brothers slowly but surely trying to take more control of Mortal Kombat? You know what I mean? Do they really want to make it theirs?
Remember, it wasn't really called Kombat Con back then. It was
Shang Tsung's Fight Night.
And that just seems like such a small little event, like, hey, come to arcade, meet a couple actors, and then call it a night. Kombat Con blew up into something way bigger.
Yeah, it did.
So I think you've got to take that into account, that it wasn't just that now that they released Mortal Kombat X, there was the event itself became a 2-day non-stop Mortal Kombat this, Mortal Kombat that. Then there's like the Kombat Con after party. Like it really blew up into a huge thing.
Yeah. There's a chance it could still be announced tomorrow. If it's not if it's not announced tomorrow, then I don't know. I'm doubtful. Just because a game like Mortal Kombat should be shown all 3 days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, look, like when Mortal Kombat Online started covering it back when it was MK5.org, back in 2002 when for Deadly Alliance, it was right there, right from the start. It was just sitting there on a machine waiting for you to go up to it and pick up a controller and start playing. It's not just a reveal trailer. They had actual gameplay ready in time for the show.
Right.
That can't happen necessarily with every single game, year after year after year. Sometimes they're going to be a little behind, sometimes they're going to be a little ahead. It happens. So there's a chance it might not be here for E3. And I know a lot of people are feeling like really disappointed or really let down by that. But my attitude is like, well, okay, if it's not ready, then it's not ready. It'll be ready later. What's the big deal?
Right.
You've got plenty of other Mortal Kombat you can do in the meantime.
Absolutely.
Plenty. There's plenty of other Mortal Kombat things to enjoy. Look, I'm hyped about Kombat Con this year, and that hasn't even been announced.
I'm hyped for Kombat Con too, but I can't say why.
No, and I can't say why either, but I'd be hyped up regardless, and you should be too.
Oh, yeah, of course. But I'm really hyped.
Oh, I think people don't know how to spell this one. The Blue Portal stage, and then I even give a hint. Classic Sub-Zero Scrambled. I don't think people know what to call that. I bet Luke would know what to call it.
Oh, wait, what? Huh? What? What
yeah,
is it?
that one's gonna mess people up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let me see if I know it.
I don't know.
It has an official name? Really? I don't know this one.
Ah, well, all right. Keep your eye glued to the trivia bot.
I always thought it was just the Lost Portal.
Oh wow. Well,
It's called that in UMK3.
Well, with that being said, guys, since E3 has, done its thing, I think we're good for the trivia questions now.
Let's let one more question happen.
One more question? All right, last question.
Where's that from? I want to know where that's from. I've never heard that before.
What, dislike Busseries? You've never heard dislike Busseries?
No, I haven't.
Flawless. Oh, nice. Uncle Cranky got it.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I've never heard it. Where's it from?
All right. Okay, so we got that, and now we're gonna go ahead here, and I'm just gonna go and see. Okay, who's our top scorers here? Lone
Wolf Productions.
And looks like CJ Toes
is the runner-up. But wait a minute, something's up here, because I saw Uncle Cranky answering question after question.
Yeah, Uncle Cranky, where's he at in here? Let's try.
Why isn't it listing him?
That's a good question. Let's try top 20.
There we go. There we go.
Uncle Cranky. Okay, let's try let's do top 100 so we can get everybody. There we go.
That's
okay.
it. That's it.
Uncle Cranky.
How are you looking at this?
Uncle Cranky and Lone Wolf Productions
are
the two.
Uncle Cranky, we didn't forget about you, buddy.
We did not.
We did not. We did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. I did not.
So here we go. All right, we're gonna go ahead here and switch it off here.
Oh, you know what? We're doing a new thing tonight. When they're ready to spin, they actually have to type the word "spin" into the chat.
Really?
Oh, nice. Like a poker machine.
Yep. They gotta pull that slot.
All right. Well, give me 1 second here while I load this up for the combat codes.
Absolutely.
So here's how it works. When you guys see the combat codes, I'll explain this to you in a little bit more detail. And we'll get this party started. So let's go ahead and transition those combat codes in. There we go. So as you can see, we've got the 3 combat codes right here on the bottom. Okay, so how it works is it's like a jackpot machine with the combat codes. To break the ultimate combat code, you need to match all 3 in a row. If you do, you will win a giveaway prize of your choice if there's one left to choose. If you don't, then it moves on to the second runner-up, and they will get a spin. Even if you win, second runner-up still gets a spin to try to win the other prize, right? So there could be 2 things given away. Tonight, just to remind you, we're giving away the autographed Richard Epcar Raiden hat that was purchased at Fantasy Costumes in the original store that the Mortal Kombat costumes were purchased in, and a really swag Injustice 2 flat build baseball cap. That is what is up for grabs tonight between Uncle Cranky and, of course, Lone Wolf Productions, another good buddy of mine. So, I'm excited to do this. We're going to go ahead and get this ready to rock and roll. Now, one other thing before we can begin. If you match 2 of 3 from left to right, 2 of 3, you will get a continue and an extra spin and another chance. Okay? So keep that in mind. And with that being said, now that you know the rules, Uncle Cranky, you are tonight's ultimate trivia champion. You get the first spin. Go ahead and type ! spin when you are ready to go ahead and hit it. We just gotta wait for him because there's that 10-second lag. But as soon as he hits spin, we'll be ready to rock and roll.
I was gonna write a joke on here like "No MK make me sad," but I can't rub these off. I haven't used them for so long.
Oh,
I have
nice.
to...
All right, here we
think
go.
it's fun.
Oh, hang on. I messed up. Uno momento. That was my bad. Give me 1 second.
This is when I was going to Kombat Club.
Try. Okay.
That is funny how you spelled Chicago.
There we
Thanks.
go. Okay, so Uncle Cranky did not win the spin, right? So he's got 3 that did not line up. So now it is up to Lone Wolf Productions.
That's the runner-up.
Is
Lone
he still
Wolf.
with us? Is Lone Wolf still here?
Let me tag him.
See if we can ding him over here. Lone Wolf Productions, get over here.
Who's that guy? He's got the coolest username ever.
Yeah,
I don't know how to say it though.
There we go.
Right?
Looks cool though.
Now like I warned you guys, it's really hard to get these things to line up.
Oh, he just spun.
There he goes. Okay, a little bit of lag. There we go. Oh no, no win, no combat code tonight. What a bummer. What a bummer. I know, it's sad. It's tough, but if you look, we actually already had one winner on our very first ever stream, and that was Geronimo. You guys remember that? We got his name up here on our Code Champions leaderboard. There he is.
Oh, there's the leaders.
There he
Nice.
is, Geronimo. Nobody else has been able to crack the combat code yet, though. So sad. But Geronimo, our sole winner, which is totally hype. And who knows? Tomorrow we're streaming again, so we're gonna have another chance for people to win some rad giveaways. We got the Raiden autographed Richard Epcar hat. We got the Injustice 2 baseball cap. We got a lot of cool stuff that we're giving away here. So definitely don't feel left out. There's always a chance. There's always a chance. But we didn't see Mortal Kombat tonight. We did see Resident Evil 2. We saw a bunch of other really badass games. The Last of Us 2. Lots of good stuff that we did get to see with you guys. We're not just fans of Mortal Kombat. We love video games as a whole. So it was definitely a lot of fun hanging out with you. A little bummed that we didn't see anything from NetherRealm yet. But
Okay,
I was just excited. I was just excited to talk to everybody here, to do the Mortal Kombat trivia, to kind of shoot the breeze a little bit and talk about other Mortal Kombat goings-on. It's always fun.
It's always,
you know what? Mortal Kombat news or not, it's always fun to be here, isn't it?
It is. It's always fun to talk Mortal Kombat, talk the new games, old games, and everything else. And because we like the grid so much, I'm actually thinking in a future stream, maybe after all the E3s died down, do you guys think we should play some the grid?
Oh, definitely. I'm always down for a little bit of the grid.
And show these people who've never got to play it what they missed out on?
You see, man, I'm going to age myself here. I remember going on noob.com and seeing pictures of grid back in '99. It was like, wow.
The little MLB-like thing with the guy with the gun.
Wait, with the red and the blue, like the real sports league kind of thing?
Yeah, I've got the picture somewhere saved.
Yeah.
So good. So good. Yes.
We will definitely have to.
Yeah,
do
you
that.
probably do have it. You probably have kept it all these years, haven't you?
Let me see if I can find it quickly. Keep talking.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well,
I think
it's finally.
I think a grid playthrough would be fun. And
We're
honestly,
finally at the point where we can play the grid on our PCs and actually stream it now. So I think that is absolutely something that we should do. I really do want the Mortal Kombat fan community to tell Ed, hey, it's okay to take a break from Mortal Kombat. Release the grid.
yeah, I would not be upset if they announced the grid and not Mortal Kombat. I would not be upset at all. I would be all for it. Because even in the grid, they could put Mortal Kombat characters in it. I mean, I know you thought it was cheesy, but I actually thought it was badass being able to play as Scorpion with this hulking bazooka over his shoulder and just blow people up. I thought it was crazy.
It's funny because it doesn't fit him at all, and yet it's just so much fun.
You know,
I've got it somewhere, but I don't have it handy. It's a tiny, tiny little picture. It's that Sports League logo, the red and the blue.
Yeah.
But instead of a guy with a baseball bat or whatever it is, it's got the guy with the gun.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see it in my mind's eye, clear as day.
Yeah, I've got it somewhere. I have to dig it up.
Absolutely. Guys, it was
It's with the MK4 logo that had that like stone granite background or whatever that he used to have on noob.com.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Well, listen, I think this has been a pretty good stream.
Yeah.
It's been pretty long stream. I think it's about time we wrap things up.
It is, and tomorrow.
Oh, hang on, wait.
Oh,
Wait. Someone's saying they updated the schedule on E3 Coliseum. Let's just click on that.
take a look at that before we wrap it.
Breaking news.
Take a look. We'll have breaking news
Breaking
after all,
news.
maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Let's see, Tuesday. We'll start with Tuesday. What do we got? Not Ed Boon, not Ed Boon. Not Ed Boon. Not Mortal Kombat, not Mortal Kombat, not Mortal Kombat. Bando, Namco, Fighting Game Dojo. What's that? Tekken, Soul Calibur. No Ed Boon.
What?
Not what we want to hear.
Disappointed face.
Nothing. Let me just search Ed. Ted.
I just know that some of my friends in NetherRealm are gonna watch this and probably crack up. They're gonna be like, these poor guys.
They thought Mortal Kombat was gonna be announced.
Look at these guys. Look at poor Fatal Kate over there. He thought it was gonna be announced.
I'm looking on Wednesday. Lego DC Supervillains. That's Warner Brothers, right?
That is, yes. Looks fun.
Telltale Games. Oh, Clancy Brown's there? Oh, man. Wish I was there now.
Yeah.
Shawshank Redemption, and he was the voice of Raiden in Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm.
You better take the next flight up here. He was also Lex
I would
Luthor.
make it.
He was also Lex Luthor in Superman the Animated Series.
I love his voice acting, and I love his acting. He's
That's
great.
awesome.
He's done a lot of classic movies. He's great.
That's awesome.
He's not in a lot of stuff. I don't know why. Phil Spencer, Tomb Raider. Oh, that got me for a second. There was a segment called Worlds Collide.
Oh.
Ah.
MK versus DC 2? One was
It
enough.
got me for a second.
One was enough.
Wait a minute. What company is that? Worlds Collide.
It says Donald Mustard, Worldwide Creative Director, Epic Games. Joe Russo, Director, Avengers Infinity War. So it's a panel with those two dudes.
Okay.
Donald Mustard. Is his name really Mustard? Okay, it's a name.
No, it's ketchup.
It's his name's Mustard. Sorry.
Wait a minute. Cyrax confirmed.
Cyrax confirmed. Mortal Kombat
Darren
11
Aronofsky's
confirmed.
there? Oh, bullshit. Now I wish I was at E3. Darren Aronofsky, man. He's one of the craziest filmmakers ever.
Oh, wow.
He's at E3.
That's
it's
awesome.
annoying. Cuphead. Assassin's Creed. Hitman 2. Sea of Thieves. Ooh, there's no mention of Mortal Kombat on that schedule anywhere. Let me just type.
Yeah, you'd think it would be announced. You'd think it would be on the schedule somewhere, man. I don't know. Like I said, I'm willing to stream the Warner Brothers stuff just to see, but I don't know.
Yeah, just in case. It would suck if there was an announcement and we missed out on it, especially after we did this one.
Yes, especially. I was really thinking something was going to happen tonight. I really did. I was like, it matches their dev cycle, like it matches their timeline, and then it's the 25th anniversary of Mortal Kombat, and Nothing.
Well, guys.
Wait, 1 second. Wait 1 second. I want to check something.
He saw me about to close the stream there. You could see where I was going with that. Yeah, I guess a lot of people were trolled by that Superman game, although like we said, maybe trolled isn't quite the right word there.
Perhaps.
Anyway, that Superman game does seem like a good one worth checking out too, in addition to the supervillains Lego thing.
And I did talk about that. Blarnazov. I think that's how you say your name. Yeah, I talked about
Who's
that.
Sub-Zero
It
K?
was awful quiet. 22
Who's
hours.
Sub-Zero K?
Sub-Zero K.
Why do you ask?
Involved with MKX Mobile somehow. He posted something 26 minutes ago.
Okay.
Hang on.
Retweet it. Retweet it.
Retweet it. I'm gonna take a look.
Wait, this is I'm just on Google, dude. I typed Mortal Kombat WB Live, and then I went last hour. Sub-Zero K. Is he just a player? Maybe he's just a player.
Yeah.
I posted in MKX Mobile update discussion 38 minutes ago.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's probably just where's the trailer?
Probably.
Yeah, that's probably not related. Probably not related to any MK11 going on.
Oh, he's having an issue with something. It's nothing to do with MK11. The top one was from WarnerBrothers.com. It said there was an update 7 minutes ago, but it doesn't mention anything about E3 or Mortal Kombat. I find that weird.
Yeah, that's awful weird.
That was the top result.
I don't know. We'll keep our eyes peeled, guys. If we find anything in between now and the next stream, you can definitely find it on MortalKombatOnline.com. So keep it tuned to our website, and of course, please follow us. We are trying to get to affiliate status. Once we are able to have subscribers, I have something very, very special for every person who will subscribe once we reach affiliate status. So help us out right now by following, and I will give you something really, really radical. But until the stream next time, we're going to call it a day. Night, evening,
guys.
wherever
Thanks
you are.
again for being here. This is a super long stream, so if you've been here the whole time, more power to you. Thanks for being here with us. We hope you had fun. We hope you're not too disappointed with the going on of E3. That's a little bit out of our control, but it was fun just to watch the schedule and see what was going to happen or not happen. And hey, at least now we've got our answer, right? So, with that said, we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time, guys. Take care, and we'll see you.